Welcome back to the stream, everybody. Day 60. Current revenue is at $1,092. And what is it, 7 cents? Let's go. All right, guys. Like normal, today we are gonna be grinding. All right. had to give a little intro to the stream, guys, because we are officially on day 60. Had to sport the glasses. Had to get the classical trap going. I mean, come on, guys, let's go. All right, let me do a couple things on my end to get the stream started, and we'll get it going. But we're just vibing to get started here, ladies and gentlemen. We're gonna grind today like normal. We've got plenty of stuff on our plate to work on. We're gonna be working on marketing. We're gonna be working on solving some bugs. We're gonna be working on building some new features. The only consistent grind that you will see on this channel is that every day we show up, and every single day we make progress. Doesn't matter what's going on, what day of the week it is, what is going on in life. Every day, if you make progress, you will be able to achieve your goals, and I'm going to prove that through this mission. So give me 1 second here on my end, and I will get the stream started. The Awaken, how's it going? Dodgy, how's it going? Let's go. Let's get it, guys. You guys can vibe out with me here for a second, and I'm going to get the stream going here. All right, 1 second, guys. All right, there we go. All right, that song's over. That's we're gonna have to do another locked-in coding session here soon, so we can all grind together. But let's put on something a little bit more chill for the stream. This is work music for developers, so it's gonna be a lot more chill. I had to get us started on the right place for the stream today. Gonna make a ton of progress today in day 60, guys. We are now 60 days in. Just as a reminder to everyone, we started working on ViewCreator on day 20. So whereas this series has been going on for 60 days, we started working on this on day 20, and I was very happy. I did deploy all of our updates that we made yesterday to production, and we did make a ton of progress, guys. It was looking really good, and I'm feeling great about it. So let me do a couple things on my end. Just ping the Discord here, and we'll get started for the day. All right, let's get it. All right, looks like we are good to go. Let me pop up chat real quick. Say what's up to everybody. Let's see here. All right, hold up. I'm coming, chat. I'm coming. I'm on the way. All right, hold up. Hey, W's in the chat. YouTube really needs to fix this problem where it keeps showing the username for you guys. But shout out to Elysium, how's it going? Comcoin, how's it going? W's. Virda, how's it going? W's in the chat. Anthony, what's up? Let's get it, man. Pacmanta, sorry guys, YouTube needs to fix this this username issue, but hello, how's it going? Let's go, let's make today productive. Yeah, I'm making money with ViewCreator right now. We got more money. Right now we've got about like 30 people signing up per day, and like on average we have like a couple subscriptions per week, as well as a couple people purchasing some credits on ViewCreator. But I want to immediately let's just dive into it, guys. What we need to do right off the bat this morning is, if you guys knew this, there is a channel in the Discord that a couple of you have actually been like super helpful in, and I just want to shout out a couple of the bug hunters here, because it actually is incredibly helpful. So big shout out to Jesse Pinkman, whoever that is in the Discord. Big shout out to him. He has been reporting some bugs, and it is much appreciated. So look at all these bugs that he found. Shout out to Jesse Pinkman. Really appreciate this. I'm actually going to add him as a friend on Discord. Yeah, I just sent him a friend request. Sent him a quick message. Really appreciate him. Essentially helping out in that way. Much appreciated. Let's see anybody else that we can shout out here. Big shout out to, let's see here, Roheath. Big shout out to Roheath. Appreciate you finding a couple bugs. We're going to be working on these today, so I'm going to send him a friend request and send him a message. Thank you, Rohith. Shout out to Rohith. Also, Soon found a bug as well. Let's send him a friend request. Big shout out to Soon. Thank you, Soon. He is also in. He has the hackathon pass. So as you guys know, we're going to be doing a Bridgemind sponsored hackathon starting November 3rd. And it's going to be huge. Another big shout out to, I may butcher this, but Bayu. I'm going to send him a friend request and just send him a quick message. And look at what he did. He literally structured his as essentially, look at, big shout out to Bayu because he literally structured his, which is great. Real Lens asked which languages did I use for it. I'm using Next, Nest, and Postgres. Hugh, how's it going? Welcome. Sunny Gabriel W's in the chat. Let's go. So yeah, big shout out to these people. So we're just going to real quickly kind of go through some of the bugs that people are finding because essentially the big purpose of this stream, shout out to Code with Abdul as well. He was finding some too. Let's send him a friend request. He is also in the hackathon. I'm going to send him a message as well. As you guys know, we are building a community with Bridgemind, and I'm just gonna drop a invite link in the chat to everyone. If you have not already joined the Discord, make sure you do so because that's essentially where our community hangs out. And if you guys can probably obviously tell, but we have a strong community, and the potential of this community is great. I truly believe that we're going somewhere. Big shout out to Boris here. Homepage on the scroll bar. Okay, we'll need to fix that. Okay. All right, we already fixed that one, I think, but big shout out to him. All right, so we're going to take a look at this for sure. But again, this is in the Bug Hunters bar in the beta test lab. So we're just going to have Discord open, and we're going to launch a couple instances of Codex. We're going to use Codex to get these bugs. Essentially, if you guys didn't know this, one great thing about Codex is that you're able to give it some seriously, some very good long-running tasks. In Codex, if you're using, let's just make sure the model that we're on is GPT-5 Codex High, which it is. But if you use GPT-5 Codex High, you can give it tasks and you can give it certain bugs, and it's going to be able to work on those bugs and solve them very well. Also, if you guys are just tuned into the stream and you haven't already liked the stream or subscribed and turned on post notifications, make sure you've done all three of those things because that's how we're going to build this community, guys. All right, Edward GC in chat said, hey man, I also found a bug. It's the colors in the homepage are not working on browsers like Firefox. Okay, we'll have to take a look at that. Maybe, Edward, if you are in the Discord, would you be able to send essentially a screenshot of what you're seeing? Because guys, one crazy thing about this community and one really cool thing about what we're doing is that because we have this community, people are able to work together and we're able to do special events like the hackathon that's coming up, where there's over $500 in prizes. And, that's, or not over, but there are $500 in prizes. So, that's something that I can do to help give back to the community that is obviously supporting myself and the project. And as you know, guys, we're on a mission. And we're going to prove that this is possible. And I'm going to do the best that I can to help support all of you as well in any way that I can. Whether that's through just, showing up every day and being a motivation for you guys or, teaching you some of the things that I've learned through, owning multiple companies and being in the startup world since, a young age. However I can help you guys, I want to give back. And, as you guys know, something that is super important is that, hey, I don't want to be a content creator. That is not my mission. I don't want to be somebody that just brain rots you guys, right? I am genuinely all about this mission, and I hope that comes through. I've talked to a couple of you, and you guys have shared with me that it does come through, so that makes, that's a good thing, right? Because that really is where my heart is at, is that I genuinely want to achieve this mission. And it's literally a journey. It's a mission, and you guys are a part of it. And the reason that this community is so well put together, and the reason that, it's a place where people can hang out and truly be valued and, work together and be a place that's safe for vibe coders and people that are aspiring entrepreneurs, whatever it is that's drawing you to the community. The reason, in my opinion, that this community is going to be so strong is because, you know, I'm not gonna be bullshitting you guys. I'm not trying to brain rot you guys for more views. Like, if I make a video, it's just like gonna be like pretty like raw and unedited. You know what I mean? Like, I don't want to be some, you know, content creator that's just like always hungry for views. Like, I was doing this stuff way before I started sharing it, and my goal is that, hey, I'm sharing it. Now I'm showing you guys how to do it along with me. And yeah, I mean, I hope that you guys can kind of see where I come from and that it comes through. I think it does, but you know, just as a reminder, Sebastian said, hey, we are so back. Let's go, Sebastian. How's it going? Let's get it. Okay, so we have an issue here in the composer service. So let's just patch that real quick. That should be an easy fix. All right, so Alvin said, why do you use GPT-5 and Codex CLI? Is it because of GPT-5's UI creation ability? No, actually, GPT-5 isn't that great at UI. It's just that GPT-5 Codex High is great at running long-running tasks. So for example, in the bug hunters bar, essentially I'm now able to go up here, right? And I'm able to actually evaluate some of these errors. And one error that I just want to kind of like test real quick right at the start here is that I had some people yesterday that were essentially reporting that they were unable to actually like get their free credits. So real quick, I want to whoa. Okay, so there's a bug as well. Sign out is not working correctly. All right, so sign out's not working correctly. Okay, that's weird. Okay, we'll take a look at that as well. Overkill said, been vibe coding since yesterday's stream. Yeah, let's go. Great to see you, Overkill. How's it going? Yeah, guys, so I mean, today, at the end of the day, it's like, hey, every single day is just another day to make progress. And if we stay locked in, if we stay grinding, guys, we're all gonna make it. You know, the future is now here for vibe coding and for building things. There has never been another time in history that has given more power to solo entrepreneurs and startup founders than right now. Never. And it's just an incredible time to live, honestly. Okay, so let's test this out here. We're gonna be solving some bugs right to get started, and we're just gonna kind of like go over them. I'm gonna explain them to you guys, and we're gonna get them solved. So let's go. So we're gonna sign up for free, right? And it does say 100 starter credits. It really should be like 50. We can like talk about that, about, you know, whether we want to change that. But let's just sign up as Bird's Mind Apps plus like 5,000. All right. So we're gonna sign in. And we're signing up for a free account, and we're just seeing, okay, like, do I get my, okay, so this one's already been used. All right, so 6,000. All right, sign up failed. Try a different email. 7,000? Okay, there must be an issue here. All right, let's diagnose what's going on. All right. Let's go, Overkill. You know how it is, man. I'm genuinely locked in. I'm not faking. I'm not faking. All right, guys. I actually care about this community. Like, all right. Lodiurum said he got used to Codex. No need to switch every time others release a new model. Mike said, I hate GPT-5 encoding. It's asking 100 times if I want. You may have to re-elaborate there, Mike's. But all right, so let's see what's going on, because I literally just stopped me from being signed up. So this is another thing, like if you guys watched the video from this morning, I had a video that I released essentially where I'm able to use Cursor to be able to access and deploy infrastructure. So this is actually gonna be a great example of that. So if you guys watched that video, I know that a lot of you really liked that, and it's doing really well. So I just wanna kind of follow up to that video and show you guys like, hey, this is what it actually looks like, right? Okay, like you can see this, okay, we're getting an issue when signing up, right? And the issue that we're having is it looks like access to, has been blocked by the course policy. Oh, well, this is obvious. That's local, and it looks like it's being blocked. It's a course policy issue, and note that that actually was not even, that was local. So we can just, let's see if that's, you know, working or not here. So Bird'smine Apps plus 5,000 at gmail.com on stream. All right. right, so here's the account creation. And we're gonna see if this works. Sam Stone, welcome back. Good to see you. Casey said, when running multiple agents at once, how do you make sure they are not overlapping and conflicting with one another? I just put them on different tasks, essentially, so I'll give them different tasks. Also, if you guys are just tuning into the stream, make sure that you like the stream. Make sure you subscribe if you haven't already. And also, if you guys turn on post notifications, that even helps more, helps the YouTube algorithm. So, okay, so what is going on here? Like, why is this taking so long? Like, this should not take this long. We need to figure out what's going on. It looks like there's some issues here. Yeah, let's figure out what's going on. So, like I said, yeah, a follow-up to today's video. So right now, essentially what we can do is we can say access AWS using the ViewCreator profile on my computer and review the prod API production logs and tell me what happened with this sign up. So if you guys saw that video, oops, okay, wait, hold on, I'm gonna pause that. Because I didn't actually, so literally I can go in and I can, instead of having to, review the logs, I can have Cursor now take on the ViewCreator profile, which is an AWS, essentially a profile that you can configure with certain AWS keys, and then you can have Cursor then actually enact and review that and fix that. So I'm gonna run this on the side because it does reveal sensitive information. So I do not wanna show the whole stream sensitive information. But while that's running, let's see here. Thanks for that. Yeah, the cool thumbnail. Danush, what thumbnail you're talking about? Just for the stream or for the video earlier, or what's that? Because most of the thumbnails I create with ViewCreator now. But let's actually take a look at these. It looks like we have a lot of bugs that were found, and this is normal, right? Because as you guys know, we are gonna be pushing ViewCreator hard over like early November. Once we finish this hackathon, which if you guys did not know about the hackathon, just as a reminder, the Bridgemind hackathon, find bugs, earn points, compete for $500 in prizes. All you have to do is go to bridgemind.ai. You can click join now, and all you have to do is enter your Discord username, and look at how many people have already joined the hackathon. This is gonna be a legendary event for our community. We've already got 30 people enrolled in the hackathon. So as soon as you do that, one of our moderators will give you essentially permissions to be able to access that channel. And they'll follow up with you, and you can like read the rules and stuff there. But now what I need to do is I actually need to like go to viewcreator.ai, and we're gonna go over to our account, and we're gonna see like, okay, like this one here, Bobby Flo. First of all, shout out to Bobby Flo. I'm gonna follow you on Discord. Thank you for sharing. So I'm gonna, send him a friend request there. But yeah, so this one, the settings button is going to the dashboard settings. So I'm pretty sure we fixed that. Let's double check here. And yes, so we did fix that. So this one's now fixed. All right, view your credits balance. All right. So this settings, like one thing I do notice though, is like here, that like the settings, this settings page is it's literally all just, pretty much placeholder. So we're gonna need to take a look at that. Thanks, Danush. Yeah, the hackathon's gonna be freaking awesome, guys. And again, like, we're just gonna continue to grow this community. Like, what's special about, what we're doing is that we truly are building just a great community. So let's see, the billing portal is failing to open. Let's review this and see, hey, what's going on with the billing portal? So if I click manage subscription, does it open? So on my end, it does open. So this is an issue that I do know, like the issue that's happening here is that, so if you guys remember, we used to have a starter plan, right? So you can see plan is starter here, right? You can see his starter plan. And the starter plan, if you were on the starter plan, like when we initially did our open beta launch, now people that were on this starter plan that's kind of been essentially phased out, we essentially are having issues now where people that were on that original starting plan can't open their changed plan portal because the Stripe price ID is not configured with that. So this is an issue. That's a little bit more complex of an issue, and it's now a legacy issue. Another bug that was found, XLI, welcome. Good to see you. You're at church right now. Well, walk into church, man. Don't let me distract you. Do what you got to do. Push Coalition, how's it going, man? Welcome back to the stream. Yeah, the Codex model is pretty good. This one, that's actually meant to happen. The small, so this is a good one. And also shout out to Bobster Tech because he literally put like box around the bug that he found. So I really like that. So all I'm gonna do is I'm gonna click save image, right? So I'm gonna click save image, image saved, and then all I have to do now is I'm just gonna drag and drop essentially this image that he gave. And I'm gonna be able to now drag and drop that in. Actually, let's just take a screenshot of it because it's like going to a weird place on my computer. So let's just take a screenshot and we're gonna drag and drop it into an agent. So image here. Take a look at the screenshot and take note on the Spark sidebar of this, essentially this extra collapse button. Will you just remove it? There's no need for it. Thanks, Mr. Bjorn. Yeah, the Codex model, in my opinion, is pretty good. So over on ViewSpark, I just don't like this extra collapse button. There's no need for it. You know, we can just remove it, right? So I'm just going to drop this in, and we're going to just go with it. So boom, drop that in. So that should update here. But what is going on with... let's see if... let's see. All right. Yeah, let's fix these bugs, guys. All right, so that's a bug that we're gonna fix. Okay, so it may not be a bug, but just calling out in case this is not intended behavior. When the Stripe link is clicked to purchase new credits, a pending credits purchase line item is added to the recent billing activity. So he's saying that essentially subscription credits, 100 credits, with the invoice ID. So he's talking about this right here. So this isn't necessarily a bug. He's basically just saying, hey, you know, check Almarie, baby, how's it going? Welcome back to the stream. We're solving some bugs right now if you're just tuning in. Okay, so we're gonna leave that one. Here, the view all link on the, I think I fixed this one here. The view all link on the recent billing activity panel directs to credits. So let's see if this, so it was in the bill, it was billing, recent billing activity. So billing activity, this view all button, what does it link to? So right now it literally just links to the page. So let's do some different logic here. You know what I want to do is I want to create a page just for billing activity, all right? So let's drop this in. And I'm just gonna say, so I'm gonna go here, and now I'm gonna say, create a page just for the billing activity history that users can go to, and the view all link should link to that new page. Zir asked, do you know any programming language? Yeah. So most of you guys know my story, so just kind of, you know, I'll kind of share my story with anybody that's new around here so that you guys know what I'm all about. So my name's Matthew. I'm 23 years old, and I started programming when I was a teenager. I started with Python, and I went to Purdue University to study finance. I've always been interested in business and entrepreneurship and like the stock market and stuff. So I went to Purdue University to study finance. And when I was a sophomore at Purdue University, ChatGPT came out, and I'd always been interested in software engineering. But the thing is that when ChatGPT came out, I really saw that there was going to be a new wave of software engineers where the people that learned how to use AI inside of their development workflows were probably going to be some of the best engineers. So I saw AI as essentially a huge driver and disruptor in the software engineering space, and I decided to go all in on AI, and actually essentially just started using ChatGPT pretty much all day to vibe code. And in those days, it was completely different. Essentially how, you know, people actually programmed using AI. You would literally have, I'll show you guys how it worked. Literally, this is how it used to work. So you would have ChatGPT open in one window, and then you would have, like for example, you would have your IDE open in the other window. So like it would be like this, right? And you would literally just copy and paste your code like from ChatGPT into the IDE. And now the game is completely changed. Now there's agents that are able to do everything for you, which is just absolutely incredible. Like, obviously, for those of you that have been, you know, working with this technology now for, you know, years, you guys know that, you know, with these new tools, everything has changed. And that's why it's more important now than ever that we work as hard as we possibly can to be on the forefront of this technology and to build the future. J35, what's up, man? Welcome back to the stream. Harshit, loves God. How's it going? What's up? What's up? So let's check. I think I already fixed this bug. So what Rohith was reporting here was he said, hey, this does not look good on mobile. So he's talking about this here. So let's actually see, did we come up with a better way to format that? Let's see here. So let's just open this up and let's see here. And I'm actually going to drag and drop this. All right. All right, so let's see if we have a better way of formatting this. So here, yeah, so this does not look good. So you can kind of like scroll and you can see like one at a time. You guys see what he's saying? He's like, I mean, it kind of just, I mean, can you click it though? You can. Whoa, what happened here on this page? Okay, this needs to be fixed here. So whenever you guys are doing design stuff, one very, very important thing is you need to make sure that you use a Claude 4.5 Sonnet model, or just a Claude model in general. And for example, you can enable browser use here. You can drop in the link in question. And in this case, that respective link, like we can just drop in localhost, right? So we can just drop this, do boom, 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 localhost, port 3000. Also, if you guys are watching, you haven't already joined the Discord, make sure you do so. We have a huge community that is growing and is highly engaged because of the mission that we were on. And we're not going to stop, guys. We're just not going to stop no matter what happens. We're going to push through every single obstacle, and we're going to get better every single day, no matter what. Review the styling on this page. I can't read the text, and the styling is terrible. Review in depth using browser tools and figure out a better styling approach. Yeah, Ryan, exactly. Yeah, so Ryan makes a really good point. He said, I remember the days of pasting code into GPT manually. It's honestly a good start if you know nothing about code. Yeah, so that is like another thing that really helped me learn a lot is that, you know, essentially when I was using that, you know, vibe coding was different back then where you had to know even more so what you were doing and you had to learn along the way more. So I'm happy that that was, you know, a harder time. Yeah, it's Alpha Darling. It's coming from a multitude of different places. I'll go over it at the end of the month. But yeah, revenue is currently $1,092, and we're making like essentially around like $15 to $20 a day. We've got like over 30 signups per day on average on ViewCreator. But guys, remember, we're just getting started. Like our mission here is a big one, and we're just not going to stop. Overkill asked. Man, YouTube really needs to fix this username issue because it's hard to read your guys' usernames. But I'm sure they'll get it fixed. All right. All right, so let's go here. All right, oops, I closed Discord. Let me open it back up. All right, so that was one. All right. So one thing we need to do is what's going on with the free tay. Fooled by Prime said, what day is it today? JK, don't care. Yeah, we're gonna, it doesn't matter what day it is, we're showing up every single day, no matter what. You guys know how it is. Alright, something's weird going on is going on with the signups though. Let me just log into AWS real quick and see. Hey, is there something weird going on? Let's check. All right, so you select your role, right? Select free here, and then, for example, let's just do BridgeMind apps plus, like, I don't know, 4,200, and yeah, that's fine. All right. So this was like just not, it was like totally freezing up on us. I'm not sure. Oh, okay, it worked that time. All right. All right, so now let's paste this in. So we should get, okay, so this is the problem that we're having. So if you guys see this the problem is that I'm not getting my free credits, and this was a bug that was reported yesterday, and honestly, this is actually like a pretty high priority bug that we need to fix like right as soon as possible. Let's like focus on this right now, because essentially what's happening is users are not getting their free credits, and that's not good because I want you guys to be able to get your free credits, right? So let's take a look at that and see what's causing it. Is it just related to that plan, right? Is it just related to the free plan, or is this a Stripe webhook issue in general? All right. Zero, I'm not just using Cursor. I'm just using Cursor right now to fix this issue on the left so I can use the browser tools. As you can see, it's using browser tools on the left. But let's figure out what's actually causing this, right? Yeah, finding Nemo said, I'd imagine, okay, he said, how come you use AWS or it would cost you next to nothing? Yeah, so I'm a big AWS fan, so kind of like to tie that in with basically the background that I was giving you guys. So I do come from a startup background. The biggest startup that I've been a part of was Bright Choice, which was an online therapy platform where I had to personally write 2 million lines of code in 6 months. And we built a team. It was obviously an online therapy platform. You had to have it be HIPAA compliant, so I had to really understand security. And I used AWS for that, infrastructure, and that's why I use AWS. I know it's more expensive, but in terms of scalability, like for example, if we want to build an application that can actually make $1 million, we're going to need something that's going to be able to scale. And I don't want to have to migrate in like 4 months when this really starts taking off. I don't want to have to migrate from like some like VPS or something like that to AWS. I just want to be on AWS to start with, and it's not that expensive. Like in the grand scheme of things, like it's about like $600 a month. So. All right, so let's go to the logs and see like what is happening. Like, why are they not getting their credits here? Is it some issue on like just related to the free plan? Let's check. Let's see here. Okay. Okay, thank you, Mike. I'll do a video on that. So let's see, like, let's just test this. And to test this, I actually want to go over to, I want to go over and sign up for a pro account. And I'm just going to spend $20 to just test this, right? Because I want to essentially test, like, all right, is pro working? So if I go to pro, right, and I click get started. So now let's do this and let's sign up. And, let's just go to, all right, so I'll do this, and then I'll do, all right, so I'm signing up now for a pro account. Interesting. Okay. All right, so this looks a little bit better. Here, let's take a look at this. All right, fix the breadcrumbs. All right, Pyrian, what's up, man? How's it going? Can you shorten your cam a little bit? Yeah, for sure. Oh yeah, I had it like huge, didn't I? Yeah, that's my bad. All right, there we go. All right, I'll make it that size. All right, cool. Thank you, by the way. Shout out to Danush. Thank you. I totally forgot that I had it bigger. So I am having like an issue here with our loading speed for this. I wonder why. Let's take a look here. All right, 1 second, guys. I'm kind of locked in on something here. Oh, human verification failed. Okay. Gotcha. All right, so I just want to show this to you guys because I think it's important, all right? So I was getting an issue here, and we may want to consider maybe changing things up a little bit here. So check this out. So essentially, I just got this issue, right? And, you know, it said, hey, turnstile verification failed. So if you guys don't know what turnstile, you know, verification is, it's essentially what we're using so that, you know, we don't get attacked by a bunch of bots, right? So I was using an incognito browser, and I just got blocked here for the turnstile verification, probably because I am using a, you know, a turnstile verification, right? So we're gonna need to take a look at this. I'm feeling okay about that. This page now looks good. Derek said, I have top sauce for you. What about you create an agent that can take an idea like you have right now, but that produces the video and automatic post to YouTube, TikTok, and Instagram. Yeah, so I think Darun's spot on. So that is like the long-term vision that we have, right? I don't think that's the MVP that we're building, but guys, like this is the vision that I have, all right? And I've mentioned this before on the streams, but you know, essentially what we're gonna do is we're gonna be believers in this fact that AI content generation is gonna continue to get better and better, and most likely down the line, you know, most content that you see on social media is going to be AI generated. That's just how it's going to be. If you don't believe in that, you're not on the bandwagon. Like, you know, it's going to change, right? So this one, let's check this. Okay, that's now fixed. That's good. And also, big shout out to J35 and Linux because they are actually working together to get our hackathon set up. And they were working yesterday, and it sounds like they have a really good system for it. So thank you so much to you guys for that. So let's fix this bug here that was reported. Shout out to Soon for this one. Let's see here. Okay. All right. Hung said, what's up? By the way, can you access browser inside Claude Code? Never used it before. I think so, yeah, because you can just set up the Playwright MCP with Claude Code and do it that way. On Cursor, it's a little bit easier now just because you can like toggle browser essentially. Well, what's up, Hung? How's it going? Welcome back to the stream. Danush said, Jesse Pinkman in the house, y'all. LOL, let's go. Pickstar said, which AWS are you using? Which AWS product? So I just have a suite. So essentially I use Docker, right? So when you use Docker, essentially how it works in AWS is, you know, you Dockerize it, right? And then you have your containers up in ECR. And then once you have it in ECR, then you can use it in ECS. You can set up a task definition. Once you have a task definition set up, you can set up a service or a cluster and then a service in ECS. And I'll start talking about this more. I think that a lot of you guys liked the AWS video that I put out this morning. So I'm gonna make more content like that. Okay, I think the dark mode works according to my system preference. However, when I opened the dashboard for the first time and logged in, the theme switched button showed light mode. After I clicked the toggle button, it switched to dark mode. And from the next login, it worked as expected. But if I clear cookies and cache, the button still says light mode. Okay, so let's just drop this in. Sounds like he's reporting a bug. That makes sense. So let's just drop this in. And he provided a image as well. So let's just screenshot the image. And big shout out to Rohith. Big shout out to Rohith. As you guys know, we have our hackathon coming up, $500 in prizes, and this is going to be big, guys. This is going to be a great way. Yeah, so I don't even get any free credits. So we are having a free credits issue as well. That's all right, guys. We're gonna get through this. We're gonna keep on grinding, making it better every day. Mike said on big code bases, you can use AI agents also if you want to create mermaid diagrams of your structure and flow, so you can study and understand your code bases better. Really well said. Yeah, it's a good suggestion. Overkill said AI is always like, I can see the issues clearly. Like, dude, what stopped you the first time? Yeah, that's very true. Yeah. All right, so we'll fix that as well. This one's still fixing here. All right, so something else that we need to do is this turnstile issue. I just want to make sure, like, hey, how many people are being blocked? I think that this could, I mean, it is a good thing that we are being blocked because, for example, like, the user was in, you know, in a incognito browser, right? So, I mean, I can see how it probably picked up on, you know, on, hey, don't let this person through, but hey, I was not a bot, right? So that was an example of turnstile blocking somebody that wasn't a bot, and I don't like that. So we're gonna take a look at that as well. Let's see this here. Make sure that so this X automation, that looks much better. Yeah, that looks a lot better. Also, okay, so this one was, I think this one was here. So shout out to Jesse Pinkman. Again, Jesse Pinkman was crushing it. And yeah, big shout out to Jesse Pinkman. So you can see he basically found this issue here. And what's great is, you know, because we have such a good community, when these bugs are reported and you guys essentially explain the bug that you found, I'm able to just drop the screenshot in, enable browser tools, and basically paste in what you're seeing. And that's why when we do have the BridgeMind Hackathon, where there's over $500 in prizes, first place gets $250, second place gets $150, and third place gets $100. You know, it's going to be so cool to have that because it's managed by our moderators. Again, shout out to Linux Thing and J35 for doing such a great job and working together to do that. You know, it's just going to be a great way to build our community. It's a way that I can give back to you guys. It's a way that we can all unite and work on this. And, you know, I think that we have something really good going for us here, guys. And we just have to continue to push forward. All right, Alpha Darling said, I've been working on an app for the past 553 days. We'll release in 2 days. It's inspiring to see you grow since your first stream. Love it. I'll code alongside you. Let's go, Alpha Darling. Yeah, that's what I'm here for, you know? All right, so here's another one from Jesse. He said, hey, this is overlapping. Doesn't look good. Yeah. Man, Jesse is crushing it. Instead of 404 error pages, make it unclickable and add a coming soon tag on these cards or something. Okay, yes. And then he literally dropped in all the links. Wow, amazing. Shout out to Jesse. And now I'm literally just gonna add ViewCreator, Creator UI. Also, if you guys are watching and haven't already liked and subscribed and turn on post notifications, make sure you do so. Also, in order to join the hackathon, make sure that you join the Discord. So let's actually see if anybody has joined. There is a link in the chat. I'm going to shout out a couple people if anybody has joined. Nobody yet. So if you guys are new to the stream, haven't already joined the Discord, make sure you do so. It's crazy now because now that we have such a big community, you know, it's like we have people watching where it's just like it's people that are already in our community, and we're kind of just waiting for you know, essentially YouTube to push our content more so we can, you know, bring more people on. But the more that you guys can engage with content, the more that you guys can like and subscribe and engage in chat, that does help the algorithm. So the more that you guys do that, you know, the better it is. Decentralized Games said, I just realized how to do it. I am a noob. What is the interface you're using to allow for multiple queries through agents at once? Is that Cursor? How's that done? Yeah, so literally in Cursor, they now have this agent window where you can click new agent and kind of manage them. So these are all awaiting review. This one's in progress. And let me see here. So let's go back over to the Bug Hunters bar. So here is the ViewCreator Hackathon channel, by the way. If you join, you'll receive an invite from one of the moderators. Thank you, J35. Imperium said the AWS video was awesome. Thank you. Thanks, Imperium. Yeah, and I'll probably go into a little bit more detail as well on that too. Linux, how's it going? He said, had my internet go out today, so a bit late, but seems we're vibing. Hope chat is well today. Thanks, Linux. Everybody, W Linux in the chat. He's, you know, he's the actual community manager for the Discord, and he's been doing a great job at helping us get our hackathon set up, as well as J35. So big shout out to J35 and to Linux, because they're taking charge of that, and I just really, really appreciate it. So let's see here. So Bug, where'd that even go? Bug Hunters bar. Okay, so that's gonna be fixed there. So those are gonna be unclickable, and then he said, yeah. So just drop this in. Yeah. All right, cool. Use browser use as well. All right. All right. Let's see here. All right, boom. Let's go. All right, drop this in. All right, so we have a bunch of agents working for us. Let me check chat. Let's see here. Chat. Danush said, thank you, man. Nah, thank you, bro. Danush said, I want to give a big shout out for Linux here for taking the time to consider me to be a part of the mods team as a junior mod. Thank you, buddy. Shout out to Danush. Michelle, we're doing good today. We're grinding like normal. Is AWS like Supabase, or are those different things? Yes, they are very different things. Very different. All right, so the biggest problem that I see that we currently have right now is with, we want to make sure that when users sign up that they're getting their free credits. That's obviously not an intended issue. So right now I'm trying to figure out like, hey, what is going on there? Because obviously that is not good. Like for example, I mean, I thought that, you know, when we had this set up, it may be my biggest idea that what it probably is it probably is an issue with, I'm assuming that it's an issue with potentially a application firewall, because that was working fine and there's no reason that that should then break, right? So I'm going to take a look at the firewall and see maybe that web application firewall that we have up in AWS is actually now blocking the webhooks traffic. So if you guys are familiar with Stripe, so I'm actually going to, like, my goal is that, you know, also to answer Naya's Playhouse, what database do you use? So I use AWS Postgres RDS. But, you know, I'm going to start making more content. And as you guys know, I do not want to be a content creator. Like 100%, I am not trying to be a YouTuber. I'm not trying to be a content creator. I genuinely just want to share this mission that I'm on and build a community. And I think that we're going to be able to accomplish great things. And I think in large part, it's because of that fact that, no, I'm not hungry for a bunch of sponsors to make money. I'm not hungry for having a video go viral. I genuinely just want to pursue this mission. And that is all that I'm about. It's truly all about the mission. So let's get the API up and running. So it said failed to start. Let's make sure that we kill the task on port 3001. Kill the task running on port 3001. And where was I going with that? So, you know, I think that if we just continue forward and we continue to make progress, you know, it'll be great, right? But the one thing is that it does help, you know, as essentially the leader of this community, it does help when we have certain content that I can put out that will essentially draw in new people to the community. So for example, if I create a video about a certain process that I know people need help with, that I am just being genuine, not that I'm a content creator trying to get more views, but just like, hey, like, obviously, you know, I have this project that I'm working on. Here's what I did to build my AWS infrastructure, right? Like, here's how I vibe coded my AWS infrastructure. That's the video that I put out this morning. So I feel comfortable creating videos like that. But, you know, I got a comment, and I think I shared this yesterday as well, but I got a comment where somebody essentially said, hey, you know what would really go viral is if you know, made some like video about Lovable and how to build an app on Lovable, and like that would really make you go viral. And I just responded and I just said, hey, like, I get that it would probably be a viral video, but making a viral video about like something I don't believe in is not my mission. That's not a part of what I want to do, or, you know, my character of like what I'm trying to do here with this mission. I'm genuinely trying and will accomplish this mission that we're on. We're only 60 days into it. Like, when you guys really put that into perspective, we are genuinely just at the start. So one thing, like, also, like, where I was going with that is to be able to set up Stripe webhooks. So if you guys are familiar with Stripe webhooks, so I can do a Stripe login here. And what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to kind of hide it because it does expose some sensitive information. So I'm just going to hide it with I think this is blocked because I'm kind of hiding that terminal. Yeah. So I have a terminal here that's going to hide essentially like some of the sensitive information. You know, essentially, when you're setting up Stripe webhooks, which that is the issue that we're having with this free accounts not receiving credits, right? Because what happens is you set a Stripe webhook up, and then that Stripe webhook, when somebody logs in, you know, it hammers your API through a webhook endpoint so that it's able to then do certain things. One of those things would be like adding credits to a free user's account, right? So that's obviously not working, so we need to review that and make sure that we get that working. So let me take a couple questions from chat here. So Ranch said, hey man, good work on vibe coding over here too. It's Sunday, but whatever. Later I'll go for a walk and watch the sunrise. Keep it up. Let's go, Ranch. Let's get it. You can install Raycast to kill ports. There's an add-on that makes it possible to add the port and kill it with one button. Really? Okay, shout out to Jason C41. So he said install Raycast. So let's see what Raycast is. Raycast, your shortcut to everything. A collection of powerful productivity tools all within an extendable launcher. Okay, I'll take a look at that off stream. I probably won't set it up now, but we'll take a look off stream. I just ran Stripe login what command do I need to run so that I have this Stripe webhook listening locally on my machine at port 3001 at the correct endpoint for the API, review, and then give me the command to enter in my terminal. So, for example, like you set up webhooks, right? And then once you have webhooks actually set up and configured, you then are able to set them up locally. And I'm probably going to make a video on this. So I'm going to make a video where I kind of show you guys how to actually vibe code this setup and how I did it. And I think hopefully that's very, very helpful to all you guys. Raycast goated, Dan certified. Hey, Dan, what's up? All right, it's certified by Dan, then I got to use it. Also, big shout out to Dan. Dan, I don't know if you saw my message, but the hackathon that we're doing was actually an idea that Dan gave me just in chat. And so big shout out to Dan. Dan's in the chat. He was the one that actually kind of gave me that idea. So thank you, Dan. All right, so let's see here. All right, so I think that's Push Coalition or Insom Gamers. I'm seeing like different, different usernames because YouTube's having an issue. But he said using auth with my SQL request for each registered users, making sure the credits are given to the user and is a one-time package by adding a flex card pop-up saying something like claim your credits now or something. Why are you using Stripe webhooks? Just wondering for this kind of simple setup. Yeah, so first of all, like Stripe webhooks are critical, right? So Stripe webhooks are important because with Stripe webhooks, you're able to essentially have a better security as well, because Stripe webhooks, like let's say that somebody buys credits, right? Essentially what happens is it's like literally verified by Stripe and then they send that to the endpoints, right? So it's very, very helpful and it makes it a really secure setup. So I really like it for that reason. But let's go over to localhost here and actually see this. Yeah, things are moving. He said, been out of town, excited to catch up soon on Discord. Yeah, 100%, Dan. All right, so localhost here. All right, go to 3001. So let's sign out here. And then let's go to start free trial. And let's see, because it may be a... I'm assuming that this is an issue that we are having because of a web application firewall is actually why I think this is happening. If I'm being completely honest, I really do believe that this is happening because of a web application firewall. Because I just saw a bunch of webhooks come through, even when I just did that, right? I just saw a ton of webhooks come through. So, we're going to take a look at this. But, yeah, so the free tokens... so the free tokens should also come through on webhooks because the free subscription is a Stripe subscription. So here it did work, right? So this actually does make me think that this is an issue related to our web application firewall. It really does make me think that. So let me find my MacBook. I'll be right back, guys. I just need to get my MacBook real quick. So that was just to confirm, to make sure that, hey, when users are signing up, when I'm signing up locally, am I receiving credits, right? And obviously I am, right? I'm receiving credits. So it's working locally, but not working in production. So we definitely need to take a look at this. So let's just go over here. And something I want to do too, just while we work on this, is Aperium said just shared a bug in Bug Hunter Discord. Okay, let's open it up. So Aperium just shared this. All right, so he shared the credit required error shows twice because the front end triggers the image generation or error notification 2 times in the playground. Total generation count increases even without an image generated. All right, so essentially this is the bug that he's saying. So he said cat. Okay, so it basically showed that twice. And then it shows 5. So car. Aperium, do me a favor and go to your job history there. See this? See their job history, Aperium? And click that. What's up, Tony? How's it going? Yeah. Yep, that's exactly how you listen locally. So, Imperium, could you just send me a picture of your job history? Would you share that, please, in the Bug Hunter Discord? Because I want to take a look at that. Also, something I need to do is I need to go into Stripe and see maybe like there's some issue in Stripe that I'm not seeing yet based on the Stripe webhooks. So I'm going to take a look at this. All right, Imperium said that he sent it. Okay. Perfect. Okay, shout out to Imperium, thank you. So Imperium just sent, essentially, okay, so I just wanted to confirm that. The reason I had him sent that is essentially it's doing total generations. The total generations go up by 1, right? And that does make sense. And the reason that that's happening is because we do have essentially a job, right? And it's not rendering any images because the jobs didn't return anything because he didn't have enough credits to create the image, right? But it was a generation. So let's just drop this in and see if one of our Codex agents can identify what this error actually is and help me get to the bottom of it. And we'll go from there. But let's go to the playground here. And then I'm just going to drop this in. Review this in depth and identify why this is happening. I wish you could drop in videos. Like once you can drop in videos, that's going to be big. So, but for now, I'm just going to drop a screenshot in here, or a couple screenshots of like the different, essentially the different spots. The counter shouldn't count if the job fails. Yeah, that's a good point. All right, let's drop that in. All right, let's open this. Man, Imperium's locked in. He's got like 50 GitHub tabs open. All right, so we're just gonna drop that in. See if we can figure that out. And then, yeah, so I'm gonna launch Stripe here on my other monitor. I can't show you guys this because it's sensitive. But let's see, like, okay, so the error rate for the ViewCreator API is now like super high. So I wanna show this to you guys because this obviously shows, essentially we have a ton of our webhooks are now being blocked. And I can actually see, so look at this. So this is something that you can see inside of Stripe. And actually, this does make sense, all right? And I'm about to double check. So let's go here, and you guys are gonna be able to hear my prompt that I give to Cursor here. I'm going to use my MacBook here. Also, if you guys are watching and haven't already liked and subscribed, make sure you do so. And if you haven't joined the Discord community, make sure you do that as well. But I'm on my MacBook here. But this here, you guys can see, like, when did this problem actually start, right? So this is the event deliveries in the chart of when, like, you can see that there were no errors until October 21st, and then here, boom, we got all errors. Our webhooks are not succeeding in production. And just to confirm, the reason that I think that this is happening is because I believe that this is when we implemented our web application firewall, or we did something in production that's not happening locally. So I just want to see here, hey, when did we actually do this, right? So I'm going to check. So you guys can see that on the 21st, that's when this happened. So let's see here. So I can open up Cursor. All right, let's see here. So I'm gonna open up Cursor, and I'm just gonna ask Cursor, using, oh shoot, my headphones just disconnected because I have my Mac. All right, hold on. Let's get the music back on. All right, my bad. My bad, chat. Help, I'm in CA, said AI sabotages your code, happens all the time. Yeah, in this case, I think it was related to the web application firewall that I put up. So that's actually kind of my bad. So let's just open up Cursor here. Let's see. So this is working. So let's go over here, and where's cursor? Here it is. Okay, so I'm just going to give it a prompt here. And like I said in the video this morning, you can use cursor to be able to set up AWS infrastructure. So watch this, guys. Just listen to what I say. Using the ViewCreator profile, access my AWS account using the AWS CLI, and review when we put into place the web application firewall for the production API, and diagnose and tell me exactly what date and time this web application firewall was created. All right, so we're gonna be able to get essentially a fine answer, because essentially if the web application firewall actually matches up with that issue, we'll know like, okay, so here's when our web application firewall was implemented, and here is when that happened, right? So we're gonna take a look at that. All right. Programming Hero said, new to the stream, what are you building? Also, Mohammed said, hi, how's it going, Mohammed? So Programming Hero, so we're building ViewCreator, which is an open beta, has over 500 users, and ViewCreator is an all-in-one platform for content creators and brands to be able to generate viral content using AI. So, we've been working on this since day 20 of the series, and we have a long-term vision for the product. And we're going to be doing a we're just going to be working. Obviously, we're going to be showing up every day, and the goal is to make $1 million. And to be able to make $1 million, you need a long-term vision. You need a community. You need people that are working hard. You need a team, and those are all things that are going to be built in this series. We're only like a couple months into it, and actually on the last stream, I was talking about my last startup and kind of equating my last startup to this one, and talking about, with Bright Choice, which is the online therapy platform that I co-founded and was the CEO of, when I look back and I think about where that company was at the 3-month mark, we are way above and beyond where I was with that company. Okay, guys, so check this out. All right, you guys are gonna get a kick out of this. All right, so look at this. All right, so this is the all right, so this is the creation time of our web application firewall. All right, so this is kind of how you diagnose these issues. So creation date and time, it was 3:23 p.m. right? Tony said working hard today. Yeah, man, let's go. Danush said using a button to switch back from creator dashboard to the main homepage would be good. Yeah, I will say with that though, like once you're in that homepage, once you're in the dashboard, there's not like a huge reason to open up, to go back to the main landing page of the site. That's the only thing I would kind of push back on. All right, so that was created on 3:23, right? So then we can go and we can see, okay, so like when are our webhooks failing, right? Like when did they start failing? Well, let's check out the screenshot, right? Look at this, guys. Check this out. So 3:23, right? And then look on the 21st, look at this. 100% it was caused by the web application firewall, 100%. So the web application firewall is blocking our Stripe webhooks, 100%. So I'm now going to have cursor diagnose this. This is a screenshot from my Stripe webhooks that are connected to that Stripe endpoint. Note that when we created this web application firewall, the red line is the amount of errors and failed webhook attempts. And the other line, the one that's purple, is the successes. So you can see that before we implemented the web application firewall, there were no failures. And then after we implemented the web application firewall, everything started failing. So I need you to now review this and update it so that the web application firewall will not block the Stripe webhook traffic. First, using the ViewCreator profile, access my AWS account and identify and diagnose why the web application firewall is blocking this traffic, and also review the ViewCreator API and review the Stripe webhook endpoint, and then diagnose this, and then don't update anything, but just tell me what is causing this and what you propose to change. So this is, you know, sometimes an issue with web application firewalls in AWS, is that sometimes you actually block traffic that isn't malicious, right? You can hurt things that are not bad, right? And it's kind of like that error that I just had with Turnstile, where I was like, why is this not being able to log in? And it was like, oh, it was because of the Turnstile key, right? And so those are some things that you always need to kind of be aware of, right? So we're going to take a little bit of that. Okay, so sorry, so I'm catching up on chat here. So help, I'm in CA, said, I always have the subscription AI is removing or adding things we are not working on. If you monitor its changes, you will see it poked into one piece of the code and changed an unrelated function. Yeah, so like I said, like I knew that it was kind of like related to the web application firewall, and obviously we just kind of proved that. But I think that help, I'm in CA is actually making a very good point. Essentially what he's saying is, hey, sometimes you have to be mindful that AI can go in and you know, actually hurt this. So very good recommendation there. Ranch said, what error message do you see in Stripe? You should check the event delivery tab and see. It's probably the same for all messages. Yeah, very well said. So that's pretty much what I did here. I just went to see the failures, and then obviously for me, it's not necessarily what's failing. It's, hey, I know that this lined up perfectly with the you know, with the web application here. So we're gonna fix that. All right, so it says the web application firewall was created on October 21st at 3:23 p.m., which perfectly matches your graph showing the failure started. So it said evidence. I mean, this is incredible, guys. And if you're not using this already, you know, I think that this is just very important to kind of, you know, see, right? Is look at this. So it's saying, hey, this is why it happened. I pulled sampled requests from your web application firewall. Here are examples of blocked Stripe webhooks. And it literally found the blocks in the application, which is just absolutely incredible. So it says your Stripe webhook endpoint. So okay, so create a custom web application firewall that explicitly allows Stripe webhook traffic before the bot control rule evaluates the rule. All right. Yes, implement the fix. All right, so we just had it playing out a fix. Essentially, it's going to add Stripe's official IP addresses so that those IPs can actually get through the web application firewall. So that should actually really help us. Mohammed said, I really want advice from you. I'm learning CS engineering. I am fully confused. Should I study that outdated syllabus or build something in the era of AI? So yeah, so I have a pretty strong opinion on this, and you know, take it as, you know, just with a grain of salt, right? Because I have a very strong opinion on it just for my own life, all right? So if I could go back and decide whether or not I was going to get my degree and go to college, I would not go to college. I would not be going to college. And the reason that is because I went to college for finance, and you know, you go to college to get a corporate job, all right? Like, you know, and become like the main mission of college is like you kind of go there and you figure out who you are as a person, you socialize, you like maybe drink for 1 or 2 years and like be a degenerate. And that doesn't like apply to everyone. But just like here in the United States, that's kind of like the baseline, right? And that was my experience a little bit, was like my freshman and sophomore year of college, until I really figured out who I was and started to build some discipline and character. You know, that was kind of what my life was like. I was like, you know, basically like my freshman year, I was a hard worker. I was always a hard worker, but I did waste a lot of time when I was like 19 years old, out drinking with friends and stuff. And I don't do that at all anymore. Okay. But, all right, so this web application firewall is getting patched here. But so to answer your question, you know, it depends on who you are as a person, right? It depends on what you want to do with your life. It depends on how social you are. It depends on what your dreams and your aspirations are. So that's like completely up to you. If it was for me though, like now that I have a better feeling for who I am, yeah, I would not go to college personally for myself. If I had to do it over again, I probably would not go. But also, things changed when AI did come out. Like when I was 19, ChatGPT wasn't a thing, right? So hey, I'm not gonna go, do a bunch of vibe coding stuff and build companies without, being able to have access to that technology. So I would kind of factor that into the decision as well, as like, hey, I didn't have AI back then, right? I didn't have that. So that's definitely also something important to note. So also, if you guys are watching and haven't already liked and subscribed, make sure you do so. Let me take a couple more questions from chat, but we are locked in and grinding. Yeah, happy to help, Mohammed. Tony, yes. So Tony said, can you show me how you assign those credits on sign up? Yeah, so that's a great question, and I'm gonna go more into that, Tony. Actually, in a YouTube video, I'm gonna release a YouTube video on that. But right now, I just want to kind of keep going, keep the flow going, get this to work. So it looks like it implemented the fix. So it says your Stripe webhook failure should stop immediately. All right. So we'll check that here in a minute. We'll kind of retest it. No, Ultima. That app's gonna get deprecated. All right, so we have another bug here where all right, so then here, when I try to sign out in production, I sign out and it takes me back to the sign-in page over on, and then I'm just gonna kind of get the, but then it didn't actually sign me out, so then I get redirected back to ViewCreator. Ultima said, actually a really clean app, to be fair. I downloaded it yesterday. That's cool. Yeah, maybe we'll have to return to it or something. Use ViewCreator to market it, What do you guys think about that? Help me, I'm in Calais. Said California said most important thing you learn from college is self-discipline, which you can learn yourself. Of life will teach you the hard way. Yeah, 100%. All right, so we're gonna have this running. Proceed with next steps, and you decide the best practice there. Also, guys, something I want to do real quick. We're going to do some marketing real quick here. Nothing too crazy, but I do need to take a look at... essentially, I've got a video that I made this morning. I'll show you guys essentially what it looks like, but I just want to post it real quick. So this is my OBS, and it was this right here. Very simple video. In this video, I'm going to show you how I use ViewCreator to be able to create detailed transcripts of my videos that I make for my different YouTube videos and content that I create. All right, so we're over on ViewCreator, and all I have to do is go to the YouTube page over here for the YouTube tools, and there's a super useful tool here, the transcript generator tool. Transcript generator is actually fire. This is one of the best YouTube transcript generators on the market. Nice. I literally am using ViewCreator tools, and I think also from my perspective, guys, being able to use the tools for my, for my stuff, on BridgeMind, and be using ViewCreator in this video, it really does help me believe a lot in what we're doing. In this video, right? I'm going to show you how I'm using the tools that I'm creating to do that. My headphones just disconnected. 1 second, guys. Apple needs to like up their game on their like Bluetooth. They've got Bluetooth issues. All right, so let's zoom in here. Let's just do a couple cuts. Just like, I think that the more content that we can create, the better. In this video, I'm gonna show you. All right, there we go, good enough. In this video, I'm gonna show you how I use ViewCreator to be a couple seconds, but when you use transcripts, it helps you create chapters, it helps you create keyword-filled descriptions, it helps you to then create, you know, those closed captions so that YouTube can better format and rank your video. The new set. I will see you guys in the next video with a new tool. All right, nice little 2-minute demo here. Little 2-minute demo that we're gonna post. So this is just gonna be the transcript generator demo, and we're gonna publish this on the ViewCreator channel and make sure it's on it. Yeah. Oh, also big shout out to Tony. He has and I'll just honestly, just want to support, you know, the other people in the community's project. So yeah, perfect. Literally look at this, Tony. It shows up first thing. Like I knew that I needed to show it. So he has a product he has called Code. And currently he has been now doing his essentially his marketing, and he's been making these great demo videos. Look how good this demo video is.
With Discord ping styling, and ticket number will show the unique ticket ID.
So he's doing a great job, and I just want to help support him, give back. I've already subscribed to his channel. How do I comment? And I'll just leave a comment as well. So basically, it's called Code. So this is essentially a member of our community that is working on his own project, and he is trying to market it now. So big shout out to Tony and chat. If you guys can support him, please do. It's just, you know, that's a benefit of being a part of our community, is that we want to help support each other's projects. All right, guys. So Code, you guys can look it up. But big shout out to Tony. Let's now upload our video on ViewCreator. Let's see here. So desktop and the transcript generator demo. And yep, there we go. Yeah. All right, so we're gonna publish this video here real quick, just on the YouTube, and then probably on X too, J35, right? All right, so let's take a look at this. Continue with the recommended fix this issue. All right, so now what we can do, which is absolutely fantastic, and I'm just going to show you guys essentially how this works and why it's so helpful. So we're going to go to ViewCreator, we're going to go to the transcript generator, and then watch this. So all I need to do is, let's see, you know, I have this video, right, and I need to like generate the transcript for it, right? So all I have to do is drag and drop, and then it uploads the video, and it's going to generate a transcript for this video. And what's great about this is that once you have a transcript of the video, you're able to have, you know, talk to AI about, you know, creating titles for it, and you're also able to talk to AI about actually creating the description and doing the closed captions, which is super helpful as well. So that's just like a big reason to be, you know, another big reason that ViewCreator is actually really helpful, to be honest. If you guys are watching and haven't already liked and subscribed, make sure you do so. I see we have 42 people watching, only 27 likes. So if you haven't already liked the stream, make sure you do so. It actually really helps support what we're doing here. So all right, so here, so that transcript was already generated. So I'm going to do include timestamps. Right now, let's see here. So now we have this. I think that the description generator is actually broken right now on ViewCreator. We'll have to take a look at it, but let's see if we can generate some titles using this. Create the best title for this video using the keyword YouTube transcript generator. All right. And then we'll just generate that. We dropped in a bunch. So this is actually gonna be a pretty good test of the title generator. Essentially all I did, I just dropped in the entire transcript. So we'll see how this works. I'm actually not sure how this will work. Also, guys, so as you guys know, we're about to be doing a huge push on BridgeMind with the hackathon coming up, and I'm going to be making as much content as I can. Okay, so how to use YouTube transcript generator in 60 seconds. YouTube transcript generator review, 3 features that boost SEO, create caption fast. All right, so the best one, gives me a good idea how to use, just how to use, all right, how to use ViewCreator's YouTube transcript generator in under 3 minutes. Alright, so nice little how-to video here. And then because our description generator is down, I'm going to have to use ChatGPT for this. And it's not going to be as good. So I'm just going to say this is the title of the video. And then like why the description generator over on ViewCreator is actually so good is because you can drop in the brand profile instead of having to actually like provide these links. Like I have on my brand profile on ViewCreator, I have all the links actually set up, but on ChatGPT we can get at least somewhat of a description. Create the keyword-filled description using keywords like YouTube transcript generator and like how to get more views on YouTube, etc. And provide also the link to the ViewCreator website. Note that it is, it doesn't like free hurt your... All right, we'll just do that. All right, this song's fire. Also, guys, remember, this week is going to be huge for the BridgeMind community. I'm going to be streaming every single day this week, going all in the paint. You guys know me. I just do not stop. Do not quit. Keep moving forward. Make progress every single day, no matter what. Let's get it. I think the Atlas browser, Danush, is, like, you know, there's certain things about it that are, you know, good. You know, I think there's going to be certain use cases that do come up that you can use. All right, that's cool. And then also for the, so now for the thumbnail for this video. So for example, I can now go over to the thumbnail generator and, all right, so this is literally the YouTube thumbnail that I used for that one. I created using ViewCreator. You guys can see that. So this is kind of my workflow. So all I have to do is like, let's just pull up that video, right? Like let's go to the, like let's literally just go to the YouTube. Let's just take this, right? And let's screenshot this. And this YouTube generator is so good. Playlist drop. All right, here you go. Here's the playlist. How do you create those animated explainer videos? Do you hire a freelancer or do you use a platform? Animated explainer, what do you mean? Because I just, I think he's talking about Tony? All right, then I'll just literally just take a screen. I mean, I don't really need to use my face. You know what I'm gonna do is I'm literally just gonna screenshot the ViewCreator logo, actually. Let's just do this. All right, and watch this, it's really easy. Create a thumbnail for this video where I am going over how to use the ViewCreator YouTube transcript generator. Put the ViewCreator logo centered in the middle, big, and then also kind of take the first image that you see with, you know, the YouTube tools and make it part of the YouTube thumbnail, but make it a very noticeable and viral thumbnail. I don't know thumbnail best practices, but let's see if ViewCreator is able to create this thumbnail for us in a good way. Putting it to the test, guys. The thing is, if you believe in your product, I think it makes it easier to sell. You know, if you believe in it, Makes it a lot easier to sell. So I don't... All right, so this one is actually pretty cool. So I like the look of this, right? It did something interesting. These I didn't... I mean, that one's kind of cool. Maybe I should have my picture in it, you know? So. Maybe I should have my picture. So let's just open this, right? All right, in this video, I'm gonna show you how I use ViewCreator to be able to create... All right, let's just screenshot this one, that's fine. And what's crazy is that literally this tool is able to like blur the entire background and just like integrate your face. I've never seen such a good tool. All right, this one's actually pretty good. Like maybe can I upload this one and do face swap the man in the thumbnail with the man you see in image 1. I don't know, let's see. That might be like confusing and my prompt sucks, so we'll see. Ah, that wasn't good. Yeah, I kind of confused it for sure. All right, let's try this again. This time. All right, let's just drop this one in. And then let's drop in the ViewCreator logo. Shout out to Linux Thing for liking the stream on X. Thank you. Screenshot this. All right, and then we will screenshot. Let's just screenshot. I don't know, maybe just, I don't feel like that'll look very good, but that's fine. Create a viral thumbnail with the man, the ViewCreator logo, and then kind of a animation of the YouTube transcript generator. I already dropped the, Janusz, check out the, I dropped it. I dropped it in chat. Yeah, said do a feature that shows the prompt the AI used for every image it generated. Oh, okay, this is better. All right. All right, this one's okay. So we'll use this one. All right. Where is it? It's my downloads. AI YouTube transcripts. All right, so let's post it. I'm pretty sure it's a how-to video. All right, that's fine. And remember, we just want to make more content, right? We want to slowly get our content published. It doesn't have to be perfect. It doesn't have to be over-edited. We're just kind of slowly, you know, marketing more and more. Like, let's see how the shorts are doing. I think they did pretty good. 1,000, 1,800, 1,600, 1,100. So they're doing okay, right? Thanks, Linux. Yeah, like and sub if you haven't already, guys. And if you want to join the Discord, join the community. It's totally free, and we'd be glad to have you. I think. All right, so I just want to get that up, right? And just get that up real quick. All right, let's now focus back on what we were working on. What cloud is that? All right, so starter. All right. All right, so people were saying that with the starter plan, they were getting errors, right? So I think we need to take a look at what is causing that. So if we do manage billing, is that going to throw an error? I did not throw an error. All right, so this did not throw an error. Return to ViewCreator. So, yeah, I'm not sure what's causing that. All right, Danush said, check out Discord for the last bug that I posted. Okay. Yeah, no favicon for ViewCreator.ai. All right, shout out to Imperium. He's got a lot of bugs that he found. All right. All right. Thank you, Jesse. All right. All right, so drop this one in. All right, thank you, Jesse. So that one was from Imperium. So favicon not loading in. So yes, we do need to get the favicons both loaded. Let's just do that now. So do the favicon. Where are we storing it in here? This is just favicon. In public. All right, let's just. All right, we'll just go here. Public. Oh shoot, I just moved it, didn't I? Dumb. My bad. All right. Public. Paste. And then we'll also paste it in the sponsor UI. And then we'll drop that in. And then where is the document or the app? Add the favicon, respectively. Now we will do the same for the creator UI. Shout out to Imperium, thank you. All right, drop that. Pages. Add the favicon, respectively. Respectively, add it. Jesse W in the chat. Also W Imperium in the chat. All right, so that was the first one. Some page is going to, I think that's already fixed. Fix styling on agent builder workflow as attached image. All right. All right, let's do that. Guys, I'm so excited for this hackathon. Thank you, Imperium. Oh yeah, Imperium. Imperium, go easy on me on the server level, man. Imperium's about to like absolutely send, you know, a ton of packets up my way. I'm scared. If you guys are watching, haven't already liked the stream, subscribe, make sure you do so. Also join the Discord, guys. We're gonna have a crazy week. I know that the streams are all gonna be popping this week. We're gonna be live tomorrow, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, Monday. I mean, I could keep going, guys, but I don't think you really want me to. All right, so need a complement instead of default on pop-up for, need to, all right. All right, so what did you mean fix styling on agent builder workflow as attached? Complete these requirements. Oh, is that literally how it's styled? Also, yeah, when you guys provide like images and like arrows and stuff like that, it's so helpful. Guys are literally goated Imperium. W Imperium in the chat. Let's freaking go. W's in the chat. Everybody, W's in the chat. Let's go. Let's go. Tony said this is why you have multiple models. Imperium said one more. You missed left side. Wait, left side. What do you mean? Oh. Bro, check this out. And then this one here. I'm pretty sure that this one will be able to get it, right? Which one was it? It was brand profile 1, npm run build. Hold up. This is why the agent window is so good. You just go here. These are all running in another window, so yeah. Honestly, at this point, the agent builder is the best way to, you know, to drop this stuff in. I think it knows what confirmed dialog it is that I was talking about, though. Hey, Jesse Pinkman Real changed his name. Yeah, at that point, you need to change the name. I mean, you need to be Jesse Pinkman on both, right? All right, so it's creating a reusable confirmed dialog component, and then it's going to refactor that brand profiles index and the detail page to use that. So thank you, Imperium. Yeah, we're bug hunting. J35, what's up? Change plan button still shows this error. I do not know why that's happening. Let me see. So this would be a good opportunity for us to identify that error. Use the ViewCreator profile to access the CloudWatch logs for the prod API and identify and find the logs related to this error that users are reporting. So now we'll just be able to essentially drag and drop this in and see, okay, like what actually is causing that, right? All right, so let's drop this in. All right. All right, so I'm gonna hide this because it is gonna show some sensitive stuff, so I'm not gonna show that on stream. Oh yeah, I love Breaking Bad. Good morning, Kenny, how's it going? Welcome back to the stream, good to see you. Also, if you guys are just tuning in, haven't already liked and subscribed, make sure you do so. But yeah, I love Breaking Bad, Jesse. All right, Jason said, what is the difference between GPT High and GPT High Fast? Tony had a good point. It is faster. All right, so this is now implemented. All right, also, something that we need to test now is, first of all, we need to run some npm run builds and deploy all this. Run npm run build in the creator UI and fix any build errors that you find. Run npm run build in the and fix any build errors that you find. All right, so we're gonna run that there. And then we have this running. So the endpoint, so there's multiple occurrences of this error. So it says plan name or plan ID is required. The backend is expecting either a plan, okay. Okay, this is an easy issue. This is an easy fix. But Jason, like, to kind of better answer that though, I mean, it is like a good point. Like, faster is gonna be more expensive. Right? Isn't faster more expensive? Also, chat, what do you guys think about me doing a stream on Wednesday with Ray Fernando? If you guys know who Ray Fernando is. What are your guys' thoughts on a stream on Wednesday with Ray Fernando? Let me know, chat. if you guys know Ray Fernando, W in the chat if you want me to do a stream on Wednesday with Ray. L in the chat if you don't want to see a stream with Ray Fernando on Wednesday. W, you want Ray Fernando on the stream. L, you do not want Ray Fernando on the stream. Let me know, chat. Jesse, I'm dead. Ray Fernando is essentially another... He's like a creator in the space. Imperium said, yes, we won. I know him. W. Okay, I'm seeing W's. Alright, I got W's in the chat. Alright. I'll follow up with him then. We are going to be doing a stream with Ray Fernando on Wednesday, so I want to keep it short because obviously I want to like keep grinding and stuff, and I think that if I do a stream, it'll take some time away from the grind. But yeah, it seems to me like we are going to be doing a stream with Ray Fernando on Wednesday, so excited for that. All right, we did fix the webhook problem. We now have our webhooks succeeding. All right, hold up. All right, cool. Yeah, Wednesday. Yeah, T-Mux for the win. Jesse, I'll start using the Trello board a little bit more once we do our, and showing it to you guys once we actually have, you know, the bug hunting right now. But right now, like, there's just certain things I'm kind of getting knocked out, regardless of Trello, if that makes sense. All right, so these are fixing. Okay. All right, so here. All right, so those are now all marked coming soon. That's fixed. Creator platform is going to be shut down until we actually open it up for creators to enroll in that. This looks fine. Okay, so the one thing that I did notice, though, over on Cursor, so the diagnosis here was that it's very simple, actually. So right now, yeah, it's super simple. Okay. Cool. All right, so that's going to be fixed. These two, though, are correct. So one thing I want to do is I just want to make sure that I actually update that logic to launch the checkout session. But also one thing I want to show you guys is that since we updated that web application firewall, it looks like here you can see for the first time in a couple days our webhooks are actually, and that's my bad. I should have known that that was the cause of it. That's kind of a, that's on me. I should have known that we were going to have issues there. Okay, Danny said that Raycast will let you quickly update and add Trello cards with an option plus space and quick commands. Lots of benefits for getting that installed. Okay, Danny, I'll check it out after the stream. All right, so that's working, and that was a bug reported by Jesse as well as a few other users. And the issue is actually pretty simple. Yeah. Alright, so this is now, these are now building. Alright, let's see if the favicon actually is working now in rendering. Let's see here. Doesn't look like it. You have to do an incognito window. The favicon is still not rendering in. Fix this. Alright. I have so many tabs open. Make sure that the front end is updated as well to not be centering that information. Update the front end service as needed. Alright, so that's already clean. Alright, cool. Just gonna do some documentation real quick, and then we should be good to deploy and update some of these changes. So we fixed a couple bugs, but also something before I'm gonna deploy it right now. And we're just gonna YOLO it. We're just gonna push straight to production. Sorry. We're gonna push straight to production, guys, so that you guys can test. Yeah, each terminal does a different task. That was like, you guys can tell I kind of laughed at myself there. I just think it's kind of funny. Alright. We're gonna give it a really good commit message. I just call it deploy. Alright. Let's go to GitHub. Also, let's check out the GitHub profile, see how we're doing. So 3,877 contributions. I was slacking this summer. Look at this. This is a summer of slack. I was slacking big time. 2024 is pretty good. 2025 so far, so 2,800. Week. We need to get our numbers up. These are rookie numbers. All right, let's make sure that this deploys correctly. Alright, so this should be good now. Just want to make sure these actions go up correctly. Could have some issues there. Alright. Alright, so let's deplete the credits. Alright, Jesse said AI agents failing to delete. Check the Discord. Yeah, so Danny, I'm using greptile. Greptile I do have integrated and set up on those, but I haven't actually integrated them. Like here's CodeRabbit. I have CodeRabbit and greptile. But I have to put like certain labels on it, so. All right, merge. So this is all going to be build. So we'll be able to test this, and then we'll check bugs and stuff real quick. I'm going to put something on in my kitchen real quick, use the restroom real quick, and I'll be right back. But this is now all deploying. So it looks like that did deploy to dev good. So we'll watch this, and I'll be back. Set a timer for 5 minutes.
5 minutes, starting now.
I've got Tahoe. Yeah, Greptile's fire. Yeah, we're really gonna start pushing marketing here soon. You know, I don't want to burn a bunch of money before I feel like we're really geared up and ready. Just, you know, as the entrepreneur and the person in the driver's seat, you know, I have a pretty good field of vision for essentially like where we're at and what we need to do, right? So I think that UGC is going to be big for us. I think that we are going to do marketing ads probably on YouTube, but I want to get a handle as well just for like the type of content, right? It's like, all right, you kind of get a handle on these things. You get a feel for the different flows and stuff. So I want to make sure that we have everything dialed in and buckled up. But like, guys, remember, it's like, hey, the plan is, you know, in like January of 2026, we are going to send this to the moon. Like we're at the very beginning of something like I kind of said earlier in the stream, you know, when I equate this to Bright Choice, you know, where we are at in Bright Choice in 3 months in, we are way ahead of where we were at compared to that. It's incredible, truly. What is this? Oh, geez. Let's give us issues. Oh, gosh. All right, nice. All right, Jesse, I'll check it out. Thank you. Man, Jesse is, all right, J35. All right, wow, so we have plenty of stuff here. All right, thank you, J35. J35 found a bug here. All right, so we're just gonna give a bunch of bugs. All right. Also, when you guys find bugs, like J35, this bug, if you could drop the URL to every bug as well, it's very important. Like, okay. Like, the more specific that you can be with the bug is, number one, gonna show me that you kind of like know what you're doing, and second of all, it's gonna help me, you know, solve the bugs faster. Because this one, like, I don't know what page this was on, and I appreciate you reporting them, J35. I'm just kind of mentioning, like, if you want to take it to the next level and help me. This one's good. All right, drop that in. No, you're good, J35. I appreciate it. Yeah, Danny, I think that J35 and Linux are actually working together to come up with a solution for that. Yeah, Danny, J35, where are we at on that, by the way? All right, so, yeah, I have Graphi. My monthly spend's about $600 a month. All right. All right, we're gonna get a ton of agents here. All right, time done. Like, what would really help here is if there was a link. But I do know the link to that just off the top of my head. All right, shout out to J35. Let's freaking go. Let's go. J35 running it up. J35, how do you got 100 credits, man? 150 credits. Cams, what's up? How's it going? Oh, wow. Okay, so J35 said, we already did check the bug report channel. We added a webhook to it, and I will send you a form link in DMs if you want to check. All right, let me check this out. All right, so users can fill this form. I have connected via webhook, so we receive responses in the Discord channel. So this form is a bug report. So add a screenshot, description of the bug, URL for the bug. Amazing, amazing. Shout out to J35 and Linux for getting this set up. This is amazing. Thank you, guys. Yeah, so we should probably link that here soon, J35, if you could. But that amazing work. Thank you. It's freaking awesome. All right, so let's keep going down here. All right. All right, hold on. I gotta put some food on. I'll be right back. Yeah, this is awesome, Imperium. All right. Cam said the withdrawals are lasting longer than I thought. Oh man, that sucks. I thought, other than business-wise, everything going smooth so far. Yeah, Cam, stay in there, man. Stay in there. All right, J35 said, and if you feel it, we mods, we will see the response in the bug report channel. All right, Jose said, new phrase unlocked. Shout out J35. That's so funny, dude. It's gonna be in the merch, man. Shout out J35. All right, do you believe graphite code review is worth trying? I tried it yesterday from Ray's session. I have not tried it myself. What did you think about that session yesterday? I watched some of that stream. What were your thoughts on it, Mike? Yeah, J35 and Linux for the win. Yeah, exactly, Imperium. Danny, I'm dead. Let's go. All right, so this is looking good. If you guys are watching, haven't already liked and subscribed, make sure you do so. And we've got a big week coming up, guys. The upcoming like 2-week period is gonna be huge. You know, I think that the streams are going to be popping. I think that everything's going to be popping. All right. All right, so these are all working. Now that this is up, let's actually, I want to log into AWS real quick and just make sure that everything actually did deploy. Like sometimes the AWS Amplify deployments can be a little bit, all right, they all did deploy, so we're good. And now all we need to do is go to GitHub Actions, make sure that this also deployed. So like I think that, let me just confirm, and then, for example, like if you guys could go and, all right, yeah, everything's deployed. So everything's up to date, guys. Everything is now up to date. So feel free to go to ViewCreator. Also, look at how good we're doing in SEO right now. There's 2 people sponsoring for ViewCreator. What the heck? TikTok and, or are they just hitting me with that? Like if I go to incognito, is that just a me thing? Let's see here. All right, yeah. That looks looking good. All right. Looking good, looking good. So let's just start a free trial here. I already have an account. Hold up. All right, so let me know if you guys are having any issues or if you find any more bugs. So for example, like if you go to, you know, manage subscription now, try this, try clicking manage subscription now and see if that works. Because it should work now. All right, so all those updates are up, guys. So we'll see how that goes. Let me know if you guys are struggling with the same bugs or not. You don't know me said, hey, I'm new to this channel. This looks really cool. How are you able to make this work? What plans are you using on these tools? If you don't mind answering, really awesome stuff though. No, welcome to the community. So I'm using Codex right now. I use Codex, Claude Code, and Cursor, so I use pretty much all of them. But yeah, if you're new to the channel, man, make sure you join the Discord. Make sure you like and subscribe, and we're working on ViewCreator, so if you go to viewcreator.ai, you can see what we've been working on. It's pretty cool, if I do say so myself. Favicon's messed up a little bit. That's all right. We'll fix it. All right, 1 second. Hold on, Jesse, I see your message. Let me see here. So Jesse said, is this one checked out here? Yeah. So let's see this. I don't think it's overlapping anymore. And that's the iPhone SE. XR. It doesn't look good though, that's for sure. But yeah, that one should be good, Jesse. The sign out system is still not working correctly, and this happens only in production. Like locally it works perfectly, but actually, you know, up in AWS it's not actually deleting the tokens and signing the user out. Review why this would be happening and create a plan for next steps. Subscription bugs all fixed. Let's go. Let's go. Yeah, I'm on max modes. You don't know me. Yeah, so VFR Kenny, so I will say, so that's actually good. So VFR Kenny, he just said, I just signed up for an account on it. It said I was going to get 100 free credits, but I only got 50. I used sign up with Google. So that's actually a good thing. So we do have a mismatch between the amount that it's giving and then the actual update, like the UI. So we do need to fix that here. I actually am going to give you guys 100 credits on sign up. I have decided that I do want to give the users 100 free credits when they sign up for the free plan. Right now, we're only giving 50. Review the logic of this and update it so that when users sign up for the free plan, they get 100 credits instead of 50. So the reason that that wasn't working, got 50 credits on all new accounts. Shouldn't new accounts get 100 credits create? Yeah, so it's actually, yeah, so it's literally just the logic is that it's only doing 50, but I literally just didn't update the UI. I just don't want people to abuse this. That's fine. You got the freeloaders. I guess there's no real stopping the freeloaders, right, J35? There's no really stopping them. I guess today is a good day for the freeloaders. You guys are gonna break my bank, man. I'm gonna have to start eating like just rice all the time. I don't know what I'm gonna do, man. You guys are taxing. Nah, I'm just kidding. I appreciate you guys. I'll bump it up to 100 just because I'm a nice guy. All right, let me go get my food. Oh, but also, you know, something that I was gonna say is that, all right, so something I was gonna say, so VFR Kenny, the reason that I said that that's actually a good thing is because, as you guys know, literally for the past couple days, our web application firewall was blocking the Stripe webhooks. And I'm probably gonna make a video maybe tomorrow about essentially how I'll make, it's essentially a new series I'm gonna be starting where, you know, using the experience that I'm gaining from everything that we're doing, I'm gonna start making video tutorials essentially of just like very simple. I don't wanna be a content creator, but I'll try my best to, you know, put on that hat so that we can, you know, continue to grow this community. But the reason I said that that was a good thing, Kenny, is because our webhooks were not delivering. And when you said I only got 50, I was like, sweet, at least you're getting some, right? So that was actually a good thing that I felt good about. So now we'll just update that to 100. So it said it already updated the credit allocation, so now it rewards 100. So that'll be easy. All right. All right, so this says implement the plan, update the code. All right, cool. All right, Jose said if you're gonna do a free tier, people like J35 gonna freeload, yeah. Wait, J35, what do you mean? Now I have to send you a bunch of Sentry notifications? If you guys are watching, haven't already liked and subscribed, make sure you do so. We're locked in like normal. Let me get my food though real quick. I'll be right back. I'm back, gang. Yeah, Codex setup. The most popular tool. I don't have the analytics for that actually. The one I use the most though, personally, the YouTube thumbnail generator is like really good. It's like really freaking good. Samsung, we're working on a couple things. Webhook related stuff. Some bugs that people are finding. And like some sign out bugs and stuff, so. I'm just having some mac and cheese right now. Apparently it's made with real cheese, so that made me feel really good when I saw that on the package. Just for you guys that understand like what the food like here is in the United States. You know, when you see on the box that it's made with real cheese, you know it is legit. Alright. Oh, geez, nice. Alright, hold on. Yeah, they got real cheese here, man. This is so fired. All right. Sometimes like the pasta is good because it has a ton of carbs, so it gives me like a ton of energy. Yeah. I'm dead, chat. Yeah, I eat pretty healthy. All right, you guys will have to test this. All right, sign out. All right, cool. What's going on over here, dope? Yeah, this is Velveeta, Kenny. Yeah, you know how I be. Sorry, guys, I can't share. Kill the task. We're on port 3000. Also, guys, I got a really big upgrade recently. I decided to get the big water jug. Imagine I'm like on stream. I mean, this thing literally, I can. It's literally a water jug. I finished this off. You gotta drink water. I drank this much water in like the last day. Last 24 hours is how much water I drank. Need to fill it up. I got two. I got some orange juice. Man, we're living life, guys. All right. All right, Root Mike said, I am unable to upload reference image on the YT generator. Which one? What do you mean the YT generator? Root Mike. Yeah, Cams. All right. Jesse said he's got some here. All right, nice. Yeah, I noticed that too. So thank you. Danny said, sending you a link to a countertop reverse osmosis filter. You'll get better water and save money. Hashtag vibe hydration. Yeah, send me the link, man. We need to cop that immediately. I mean, I wish that, you know, that we could just like have like an IV hooked up to us so that we didn't have to eat or like sleep or anything. We just vibe code all day long. You know? Hopefully when we get the chips, that'll be how it works. Imagine like 50 AI agents at once. Yeah, Jesse. All right, Jesse, let's see how this looks now, yeah? Before we push. All right, so tools. Oh, that is not better. That does not look better. I mean, is it just that the... Oh, geez. You actually really messed up the look of the breadcrumbs. They're barely visible now. For the image upload for the YouTube thumbnail generator. Works fine for me. Anybody else having that issue with the thumbnail generator? Yeah, the breadcrumbs look bad. If you guys are watching, haven't already liked and subscribed, make sure you do so. Also, join the Discord. The link's in the pinned to the chat. Okay, that's better. That's better. There we go. There we go. Yeah. That's better. Sam Stone, You know, I think a big feature for ViewCreator is going to be when we do generate the long form to short form tool. I think that's going to be huge. It's going to probably send us into the mainstream. And that tool is more difficult. The way I see it is that, you know, when you're initially getting a product on the market, right? You know, you start out with some simple tools. You start out with some, you know, baseline functionality, and then you start to really, you know, bring in your target market and see what they want, right? So I would expect that in the coming months, Sam, we'll be able to have like a really, really valuable suite of tools, is what I think. Let's just make sure that, so I'm going to use the wdan special here, npm run build at the ViewCreator, UI. Okay, this is one thing that Cursor needs to fix, is they're like selecting, oh my gosh, you guys see the issue? Like literally to be able to select anything from this list, I have to like not click enter, I literally have to click it. wdan command. You know what, we should rename this. Alright, I'm gonna create a new command. This command is gonna be called wdan. Alright. Alright, perfect. Alright, this is the new wdan command. There we go. Yeah, I use the browser feature, but like when I like actually need it to see, obviously. Thanks, Jesse. Thanks, Linux. Guys, you know how legendary this is going to be when the revenue's at 10,000? I can't even imagine. It's going to be like this. You guys are all OGs. Yeah, Dan, I'm gonna need to learn a thing or two from you, man. I thought some Imperium. Joe Mason asked, what was your full tech stack for the iOS and Android app you did? Was thinking of doing Swift, but obviously then restricted to iOS. Yeah, I would say that first of all, is React Native, Nest, Postgres. That's probably not the best stack to use, though. Would probably be like for your API and your database, you'd probably want to use something more like. I mean, you could use Firebase for the app. That can help a lot, because then you can use services. Cam said once you hit 10K, it's not going to be as crazy as you think right now. Yeah, we're in for one heck of a journey, that's for sure. Goals always change. I just mean in the terms of like, for example, here's my thinking on it, just from like a community perspective, right? Is that, you know, I'm genuinely on a mission. I'm on a journey. You guys are a part of it. And, you know, it's very interesting because, like, right now, you guys have bought into this mission and you guys are now a part of it, right? But some people will not be interested in it until it truly starts producing like significant amounts of fruit, right? So like, for example, some people won't pay any attention to something if it's like under 10K, right? The thing is, once we get to 10K in revenue, it's gonna start drawing in people. Like, for example, imagine this, like, just because you guys are a part of this just as much as I am, you know, it's like, you know, when we get to like day 100 and we have more revenue, there is going to be a massive snowball effect. Massive. And, you know, it's because people are going to now be more willing to buy in. Like, you guys have bought in early, right? Of like, okay, you know, we're doing this, right? But some people have not bought in, right? And they wouldn't buy in if it wasn't like, I mean, I don't know if you guys understand what I'm saying. Eric, Last Sentinel said, good afternoon. Great to join you. I can see you're also locked in on Sentinel. I'm always locked in, man. Let's go, Sentinel. Let's go. Yeah, Cam said it's the journey that counts. 100%. Yeah. It's like just being able to wake up and have a purpose. I think, you know, that's a massive driver for me. If I didn't have something, you know, I would be really lacking it, you know, something. If I didn't have the ability to wake up and have something like a mission to pursue a purpose in like a real one, you know, that's very, very, it makes life like 10 times better, you know? But yeah, Eric said, where are we going? I like missions. Danny said, to the freaking moon. Let's go. Jesse said, let's mark this moment, chat. Yeah. Yeah, I mean, I think that is probably how it's going to work, is that, you know, and that's the cool part, is that let's say that, you know, I went the normal route, right? And let's say that I, you know, decided to get a job, right? Let's say I decided to get a job. And let's say that, you know, I worked at this job, hated my life, did the same thing every day, commuted to work, you know. What is going on here? Interesting. But, you know, it's like, hey, what's going to happen is that, you know, when you decide to go off on your own and start your own business, essentially what happens is you take on a massive amount of risk, right? You take on a huge amount of risk. And you're now most likely losing money when you start, which I am losing money doing this. And, you know, it can be stressful. The highs are high, the lows are lower. Actually, no. The lows are low, but the highs are higher. Like, I was having a good moment last night, just like feeling really encouraged about what we're doing. And I was just feeling on top of the world, right? And that's like part of my personality, is that I'll just be like super, super fired up about something. And the feeling is like absolutely insane. I don't even know how to describe it to you guys, but like I have something in me that will just be like elated about, you know, what I'm working on, basically, right? And, but then there are lows, and, you know, because of that trade-off, like because of that personality type, essentially, like I can also get very low, if that makes sense. So it's definitely like a trade-off. Cam said that everyone, yeah, that's everyone. No one will see you doing 1K, then 2K till 10K. Only you will know what you've been through to get to that. People outside will be like, dang, 10K, that's crazy. Yeah, we'll get 10K 100%. Yeah, but I think that Cam says a really good point, where it's like, hey, some people aren't willing you know, to put in that work or, you know, that process. Like, they're not even willing to pay any attention to it, right? They're like, all right, like, you know, I'm getting, like, I read, I think, some of the hate that I got the other day to you guys. I was getting some more hate today, and I could literally read. You guys want me to read you some hate that I was getting? All right, I'm gonna read you guys some hate. All right. All right, you guys ready for this one? All right, so this was somebody that they left 4 comments. They were hammering me with comments, right? They said, still the only one here. Yikes! This page is a ghost town. 0 likes. Yikes, bud. I'm the only one commenting on your post. Ain't no one else here. Shut down your account. Actually, technically, he said shut down you account, but close enough. He also said 0 engagement, buddy. Quit while you can. So I don't know, guys. But you know what was funny is I was kind of memeing on him because I actually responded back, and I responded back like super positively because I believe in essentially heaping burning curls on your enemy's head. Like, it doesn't bother me. Like what do you think I'm gonna stop because like some random internet hater? Like Cam said hate equals jealousy. Yeah, I mean, it's just like interesting. The hate is insane. Linux thing said, you got this, we got your back. Thanks, Linux. Jesse, it's all good, man. You can just, you know, create another account. Danny said, cooking up the ViewCreator credit referral program. 150 credits for every new user signed up that uses credits, up to 5 users referred. That's actually, yeah, that's a really good idea, Dan. Credit referral program, 150 credits for every new user. Dan, Dan's in the chat. I'm gonna have it create a README file on this. Review this chat from Dan and create a new README file called Dan referral program and create a potential structure for this and how we would implement it into the project. Yeah, 100%, Dan. Yeah. Cam's thought you thought that was funny. iDev said, I think as you get closer, hate gets more because it's scary for haters if you actually achieve this while they were just watching all along. Yeah. Yeah, I don't know why. I think some people are just bad people, you know? They want to, essentially, I don't know why, you know? I honestly feel sorry for them, you know? I'm like, I mean, that hate isn't spewing out of me like that, you know? Alright. Yeah, Dan. Yeah, no, it is engagement, so might as well take it. Jesse said, to be honest, watching you is just inspirational for me, and I like what you're doing and all the mindset, the drive, everything. It gets me hooked every time, so yeah, Bridge the Mind, we got your back. Thanks, Jesse. Thank you. Last Sentinel, that was on Instagram, so if you guys go to the description below, I do have, like, Instagram accounts, and maybe you guys could, you know, share your perspective, because, like, essentially, you know, right now I have obviously the live streams, right? And then also, like, the one thing that we do have going for us in a really good way right now is that, like, if I actually, like, let's just, like, kind of talk about this a little bit, because obviously, like, you guys are a part of this too. So, you know, for example, you know, I'm streaming on Twitch right now, right? And actually 3 people are watching over on Twitch. So if you're watching on Twitch, what's up? So I'm streaming on Twitch, and I have 53 followers over on Twitch, right? And let's go over to X, which, oh, I'm not logged in. I think I'm logged on Atlas. I'm gonna pull up Atlas. So let's go to Atlas, pull up Atlas here. And on Atlas, let's just pull this up. And so for example, here's X, right? So I have 409 followers on X. And I'm starting to get some more engagement over on X. But 409 followers on X. Most of them came because Riley Brown gave me, like, essentially like a shout out just randomly on X, and it like really boosted it. Like literally it sent me from like 50 to like, it gave me like 300 followers, right? So pretty big. So I have 409 over there. And then on Instagram and then TikTok, all I do is I just post like essentially shorts, like reels and stuff that are clips. And yeah, it's all in the description below for those other channels. All right, chat's going crazy. Hold on. So that was the hate that I read, you guys, was over on Instagram. It was on Instagram. Because the one thing that's going like really well is obviously the live stream on YouTube is like, you know, obviously Dan's chat was not in the repo. It was just a chat that he mentioned that I'm now giving you. Review it again. Then actually review the project, and based on this chat, create a README that basically talks about plans how we could potentially implement a system like this and actually be specific about how this would integrate with our existing system. For example, what entities we would need to create, how we would do this. All right. So I'll actually share that with you too, Dan, so that you can kind of maybe like take a look at it and see essentially how the program works, because getting your perspective on that would actually be really helpful. All right, let's see here. So yeah, some people are just wired like that, Jose. Cam said they want everything for free without putting in the same effort of work. Yeah. iDev said, watching you makes me feel like I'm vibe coding the wrong way. Haters gonna hate. Keep up the great work. Thank you, Brian. iDev said, I need to sell out my CLI game. I mean, I wouldn't say that, Vibe, you can do a bunch of different workflows, right? And you guys kind of just see my personal workflow, right? Like, you guys don't have to have the same workflow that I have by any means. All right, let's actually deploy this. We're ready for a deployment. So we patched some bugs. I just actually want to test this real quick before we deploy. All right. Root Mike said your site is dope right now. Unique features. Content creators will really use this site. Thank you, Root Mike. Yeah, I think that we've got something here, guys, and I really do believe in it, and it's just going to be really cool to, have this take off when it does, because I think it's going to take some time. What is up with this, like, refresh here? You guys see this? Also, this song is absolutely fire. Yeah, I'm streaming on Twitch as well. Yeah. Cam said, congrats on 2 months, by the way. Thank you, Cams. Yeah. Yeah, 2 months. Which is, like, crazy because it's nothing. 2 months is nothing, guys. Like, genuinely. It is such a short amount of time. And what we've accomplished in that amount of time is incredible. And I think that it's like just very, very exciting because we've accomplished so much and we're just getting started. And that's just like so cool. Let's go. I'm seeing like errors that we did fix. Like J35 found this error where it wasn't saying the credits for the last run, and it did do that, which is just freaking fantastic. Let's go. All right, so this just created the WDAN referral program. All right, so Dan said, hang on, let me merge this chat PR. I think you could manage through Stripe codes. Each user could have a promo code that has 5-time uses, which provides new sign-up users with those credits, and you could manage giving the referral credits. A few ways to do it, though. This is what WDAN said in the chat. would you add an extra section that specifically thinks about how we would implement this? If you guys are watching, haven't already liked and subscribed, make sure you do so. We're grinding. All right, Kenny said, yeah, I've had Rainmaker OS playing in my background since you showed it. Mia, yeah, it's so good. All right, so I think we are ready to push, so let's actually just pull this out here and push some of this code, guys. We are ready to push this. Let's just go over here. Deploy. 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 What's up? I'm Shiva. How's it going? Linux said, is it weird that Brave Beta on Linux won't play Twitch content? I keep Google Chrome around for Twitch. How's chat doing today? Who's that, Linux? Brave Beta? What's Brave Beta? I'm a Mac guy myself, so. Yeah. Honestly, Dan, I'd be down to talk again here soon on Discord. I think you've got some really good ideas, man. Sharp guy, Dan. That's why we call him W Dan. I'm using Codex and Cursor. MResh. Brave Browser's beta build. Gozu just asked, have you recorded your video for expense and revenue breakdown? I'm going to do that at the end of the month. If I can actually I should be able to get everything done in, because I do my accounting with QuickBooks, and I have to put on my finance bro hat and do that. But yeah, you guys will see how much money we're bleeding right now. Dan said, Founders referral program for the first 100 users to sign up must have a VC account, be in the Discord, and subscribe to the YouTube to be eligible. Yeah. You know what's interesting though is that I think like Dan actually does bring up a really good point, and it actually kind of stems from, you know, like when you think about where is it? I think I have it around here somewhere. It's a book that I'm reading right now. It's right here, I think. Yeah. So it's like Hacking Growth, right? So Hacking Growth. So if you guys have read this book or not, I don't know, but I'll kind of share you a couple insights that I've gained from it already. So essentially with Hacking Growth, it's very interesting because it talks about how with startups, how this guy was helping startups be able to get their, you know, companies off the ground without having to pour a bunch of money into like paid advertisements, right? So it was kind of like related to what we experienced when we actually launched the TikTok ad and the Reddit ad, and we're kind of testing the waters on that because they performed like bad, right? Like we were not going to get our money back from that, if that makes sense. Like we were not going to make money from running a TikTok ad and running a Reddit ad at this stage of the company, right? But the thing is that this book is very interesting because it talks about kind of like programs that Dan is talking about, where essentially if we can figure out interesting marketing schemes that actually get it to spread like viral, to make it viral and not be like super cash intensive, I think that that is going to be like super big for us. And if we can crack the code, I think that it's going to change everything. I think it's going to be huge. Linux said, make sure you've liked and subbed. Click the silly noti bell to follow and join the Discord, folks. It's going to be a wild ride. Thanks, Linux. Yeah, if you guys haven't already liked and subscribed, make sure you do so. And join the Discord. That's where our community hangs out. And it's obviously a super, super engaged community. I think, honestly, what's crazy is it's like, you know, Linux has been here from like day one. And just to kind of like tell you guys the story about how this all started is that, you know, I knew that, you know, I've shared like the My Vision video from, it was like what, like 2 years ago, right? Over 2 years ago, actually. And, you know, it talked about how I essentially wanted to do this, right? I wanted to essentially share my journey with people and how this was going to be the opportunity to do it, right? So I started on day one and there was like maybe like 3 to 5 viewers on the first day, and then the second day there was like the peak of the stream was like 10, right? And I remember being like, oh my gosh, like 10 people at once, like that was insane, right? And it was like Linux, it was like Zuhaib, it was like a couple other folks, and then it started to compound, and then the next stream was 20, and then you know, it kind of had some ups and downs, but yeah, it's just cool that now, you know, we've built this community and we have 60 watchers, and that's like normal for us, you know? And that just goes to show, like, hey, the power of consistency is, it's a powerful thing, guys. All right. So these are now deploying. So we'll see these updates go in so you guys can actually start bug hunting again. I've deployed those updates. The front end updates usually take a little bit longer to build. So let me check AWS real quick. All right. Last Sentinel said, just in addition to Danny, suggestion, let the credit awards be earned when the referred user upgrades to a pro or max plan. We need it to add direct value. That's actually a really good point. So Last Sentinel is saying, hey, you know, don't just make it associated with, you know, like somebody signing up, right? Like actually make it associated if the user actually pays and becomes a paying subscriber, which is a really good point. I think it is going to be something that we're going to need to think through, because that's definitely the direction that we are headed. So really appreciate the thoughts on that, guys. All right, these are spinning up. Still deploying. Looks like the Creator UI just did deploy, and ViewCreator UI is about to deploy as well. iDev said, I think I joined in at around 15 or 20 viewers some time ago, but I'm not that active. Oh, wow, iDev, so you're an OG too. You're an underground OG. Tony said, I've also checked out Hacking Growth after you showed it. Yeah, I think it was actually recommended by Hung. Hung recommended it. Cam said, what do they say in the book? Because I think I hit a gold mine for organic product fit. Yeah, we can talk. Oh, by the way, Cams, I need to message you back, because we were going to talk about YouTube API and stuff, right? So. Yeah. Yeah, Dan, that's well said. Let me check. The changes are being implemented right now. Let me just take a look. The Creator UI changes here. I'll just take a screenshot and share it with you guys. Here's what AWS Amplify looks like right now. So the Creator UI is live. ViewCreator UI is still building. So, like for example, Jesse, the breadcrumbs won't be updated yet until that one finishes there. I'm gonna use the restroom real quick, guys. I'll be right back. If you haven't already liked and subscribed or joined the Discord, make sure you do so. And just as a reminder to everybody, I'm gonna be live every single day this week, literally every single day. Not gonna take any days off, so let's go. All right, also guys, I got a quick question for everybody, because I was considering doing something this week. Since I'm going to be streaming every day, I had an idea. Wanted to run it by everybody, see what your guys' thoughts were on it. Pretty much, so I was, as you guys know, I have this, all right, cool, Jesse, I just saw your Discord. I just saw it, thank you. All right, let me take some questions and I'll talk to you guys and get your opinion on this. Also, let's pull up the Discord here. All right, so bug hunters. So J35 found another, said this page redirects, shows V404. Oh, gotcha. Nice. All right, shout out J35, thank you. Ooh. Okay, so yeah, so the idea that I was having was I was considering maybe like, imagine a stream schedule where like, and I would just try it like for one day, right? But the other day I was doing that vibe coding at 5 a.m. series, right? And it was like popping off in the morning. Like I was only an hour into the stream and there was like 60 people that had showed up at 5 a.m. my time, right? And something that I was considering is, what if I started streaming like at 5 a.m. and then I just tried it, just to try it and see if this schedule worked. But what if I started streaming at 5 a.m. and ended at 3 p.m.? It would be a 10-hour stream, but I would like essentially start right in the morning, start super early, and then be live for 10 hours through like essentially the whole day, but 10 hours. And I was considering trying that this week. What do you guys think? Dan said that 5 a.m. is roughly late afternoon in EU, which helps split audience. Tony said, I prefer 5 a.m. streams due to my classes. Mimo Jan said, my average monthly budget for vibe coding is $20. Would you recommend Cursor for building your app or another software? You can still suggest higher priced packages. Yeah, so I think that $20 is pretty low, but it also depends on like what project you're working on. Like obviously like the projects we're working on are like very big and we are working on them like all the time. So I have to spend like a lot more. But if you're just like, you know, an average user, I feel like you could probably just use, I don't think the Cursor plan is going to get you very far, to be completely honest. I don't know. Do you guys have any suggestions for that? Jesse said those are clutch streams. iDev said if your viewers aren't mainly USA, it works really well. Sam Stone said it's because of time zones. 5 a.m. for you is 10 a.m. for me. I prefer that because when I'm hyper focused working with you, I've been trying to find a reason to wake up early. That sounds good to me. That was said by VFR Kenny. Sam Stone, that's a really good recommendation to Milan. Jesse said that anytime I'll be there. Let's go. Yeah, the Cursor budget would burn really quickly. B-Job, how's it going? Welcome back to the stream. So guys, the latest update is up. We have all this push now. Wow. So yeah, so we did fix a bunch of problems today. Really feeling good about that. So big shout out. I just want to give a shout out to a couple people that were really helpful in today's stream. Big shout out to J35, Jesse Pinkman, Pyrium, or Akshay over on Discord, but Pyrium in chat. Shout out to Rohith. Thank you guys. You guys crushed it today. That was great. Yeah, GLM was not getting it for me. Cam said, I don't think 5 a.m. to 3 p.m. would be a major difference. Still good times. One question at 5 a.m. Did you have any of us, like the major talkers here, that would answer your question? Yeah, that's a good question. Also, the one thing is that I need to, like, for example, if I have a stream where I'm like really tired, because sometimes, like, guys, that does happen, right? Like, I'll stream and I'll just be like exhausted, right? Like, I'll just have, you know, not gotten a whole bunch of sleep the night before or something like that, and it does affect things. Like, it does make a difference. If you guys see what I'm saying. So I think that, like, when I am thinking about it, it's like, hey, I need to play it smart, because I need to make sure that I'm balancing, essentially, like, if I do want to do this long term. I think that Dan actually brought this point up a bit ago, but he was like, He's like, make sure you don't get burned out, man. Because yeah, I mean, at the end of the day, I am a human being. Oh, whoa, the hover effects there are terrible. The hover effects on the blog page here are terrible. Make them more subtle, completely remove that purple color. Make them like super subtle, just an underline would be good. Sam Stone said that being tired is in his dictionary. All right, Jesse said check Discord. Oh. Yeah. Why the breadcrumbs on mobile are just terrible. Remove that tool, it doesn't exist. If you guys are watching and haven't already liked and subscribed, make sure you do so. Let's do a quick check right now. And just pull this up and do a refresh here. So we have 59 watchers, only 47 likes. So guys, if you're watching right now and you haven't already liked the stream, make sure you do so. Last Sentinel said 5 a.m. is midday here. I'm afraid of the toll it would take on you. I mean, I wake up at 5 a.m. regardless. It's, you know, the difference is there is going to be a difference between waking up at 5 a.m. and like spending time reading and spending time, you know, meditating and like writing and thinking and planning out my day versus like waking up and immediately starting work. That is a big difference. So I usually try and like have about an hour in the morning, an hour to 2 hours where I like just spend some time learning, reading, writing, doing some deep thinking. And I think that the biggest drawback to doing the 5 a.m. to 3 p.m. streams is that I wouldn't get that time. So I'd probably be a little bit less clear-headed during the streams, which would then potentially have an effect like just on, you know, me being able to multitask on multiple things, if that makes sense. Thanks, Sam. Review the breadcrumbs in depth. On smaller screen sizes, they are just not looking good. Like you can tell from the screenshots here that they are overlapping content and they're too big on the smaller screen sizes. Come up with a better approach for this. Cam said that he remembers waking up at 4:50 a.m. to go to work at 6 a.m. to 2 p.m. and come home to learn how to code and work out, and productivity was crazy, low key. Waking up early, you have your own time, nothing to worry about. My whole day was scheduled, yeah. I'm 23. Build with Carlos, how's it going, man? Welcome back to the stream. Solving some bugs right now. Got 3 Codex agents working for us. Shout out to Jesse Pinkman for this one. Also J35 working on his bug here that he found. Looks like that already was removed. Yeah, breadcrumbs do need work. Yeah, Codex allows images. Really? Yeah, I just drag and drop on my Mac and it's able to take it. Tony says that he loves waking up early at 4 a.m. and hitting the gym early. If you guys are watching, haven't already liked and subscribed, make sure you do so. Also, if you haven't joined the Discord, make sure you do that as well. All right, so let's see this here. So this is like just a weird hover effect there that we're gonna wanna fix. In terms of like the actual dashboard, things are looking really good here now. One problem though is this sign out functionality. Like what is going on with the sign out functionality? It's just not working. It's not working. You know what? I think we need Claude 4.1 Opus on this. We need that $75 per million output on the job. When I click sign out in the creator.viewcreator.ai, it does redirect me back to the sign-in page. But then once I get to the sign-in page, it automatically redirects me to the creator.viewcreator.ai page. This is because I'm authenticated as a creator, and I think that when I'm clicking sign out that it's not actually signing me out. Review the authentication system and identify and pinpoint why exactly this is happening. UI, and then I'm also going to drop in the ViewCreator API. All right, let's drop that. So this should be good. Let's actually launch another terminal here. And what we need to do is actually, let's use Claude. And actually, no, I want to use Cursor for this. And what we're going to do is I'm going to say, review the ViewCreator API real quick and tell me if there is functionality embedded in this so that we can transform long videos and create short form, like reel videos or like TikToks essentially. Is there any functionality related to that right now? I think that there is. I think that I actually worked on this one night and I just never came back to it because I knew that it was going to take a while to, but we need to start thinking about this because it's important. All right, chat. So Mimilon said, when I say add some features, the agent deletes other features and it deleted my CSS. How do you prevent this? I think just being specific, you know, knowing that that is a possibility, that is a capability. Ultimately, AI is just an extension of the developer. So if you give it, you know, broad commands like that, then, you know, that is going to be a problem that you have, right? All right, so Dan said, if $20 is your whole budget, you'll be compromising if you want to use frontier models. Pace is different, but it's more realistic to use open source and cheaper tools to get more usage, in my opinion. I think that's very well said by W. Dan. Jesse said, that's why I recommend PWA optimizations. It'll sum up all of the screen size viewports and adapts designs better. That's actually really interesting. What even is that? PWA optimizations, what is that? Let's see what this is. This is from Jesse here. I've never heard of that. PWA optimizations. Oh, progressive. Okay. I actually do think you may have mentioned that to me already. A set of techniques to improve performance, user experience, and functionality of web applications that are designed to work well with native apps. All right, so get details. So you guys can see that we do have this. So yes, there is a full-featured video highlight generator built into the API. What it does, the video highlight generator module transforms long-form videos into short clips, perfect for TikToks and Reels. So it accepts videos up to 2 hours long, and it supports formats for MP4, MOV, MKV, WebM, M4B. Max file size is 5 gigs, generates 55 to 30-second clips, creates 1 to 8 clips per job, supports vertical 9:16 and landscape aspect ratios. The processing, okay. All right, let's see if we can now. Would you now assist me in building this into the ViewCreator Creator UI project? All right, we'll see. I'm assuming that this is like all messed up, but I mean, let's see, you know, how this is actually able to do. Build the service, hook it up with the API endpoints, and then create a page for this. Yeah, drag and drop works. Copy to clipboard and paste doesn't. Yep, exactly, Sam. Dan said, Matt, remind me to put you on some terminal enhancements. It'll change your life. All right, Dan. I'll remind you, man. I'll actually ping you right now. All right, I'm going to send you a message right now. Just so we don't forget. Send you on the stream real quick. All right, yes, proceed, please. All right, where's W, Dan? Dang, I talked to so many of you guys. There he is. All right. I just sent you a message, Dan. Yeah, Tony, I really should be getting sponsored by Whisperflow. I don't know what they're doing, man. Also help offset some of the losses that we're experiencing. Also, if you guys are watching, you haven't already liked and subscribed, make sure you do so. And if you've already subscribed, make sure you turn on post notifications. Also, we have a super engaged Discord community. So if you use Discord and you want to be part of a close-knit community that is working towards a mission, you know, make sure you click the link in the chat and join the Discord. Also, guys, we are only 4 subscribers away from 5,700. We started the stream off with like, I don't know, less subscribers than we have now. And we're only 4 away. So if you guys are watching, you haven't already subscribed, I think we're going to pass this. So let's get it, guys. Let's hit it. I'll leave this up because I think we're about to hit it. So if you haven't already liked and subscribed, make sure you do so. We're only 4 away, and I think we're going to hit it. So I think we're going to hit it on stream. Let's go, guys. Put this right here. There we go. Boom. Let's go. Yeah. All right, 3 away. Let's go, guys. All right, so ship a perfect web manifest. Name, short URL. Okay. Unknown, how's it going? Things are going good. All right, guys, we're only 2 away. Let's go. 2 subs from 5,700. Let's go. Gonna hit it live. All right, so that's very interesting on the PWAs. Yes. Okay, so this is working on that long to short form. Let's see real quick if that was able to fix that problem we had on the blogs page. Let's just open up this up and go to localhost here and go to blog. Okay, that looks much, much better. Nice. All right, so that one did. What was this one? It was, oh yeah, that one was just the tools page. All right, guys, one away. Let's go. So if we go to view all tools, that goes to that page, and yeah, that's removed now. So perfect. That looks good. All right, let's see this. So that's still working on that. So it says that it's now integrated this. Can you add it as a tool now to TikTok tools? Okay, sounds good, Dan. Thank you. I don't even understand what that is, so I'm gonna have to chat GPT it and gain an understanding. All right, guys, one away. If you're in the stream, I've just been hanging out. You'll be the 5,700 sub. Let's get it. All right. So video highlights is the tool that it's creating. We'll probably change that for SEO purposes, but Thanks, Linux. Yeah, Linux is super resourceful on local model usage. He's shared some insights with me before, and I could tell he really knew what he's talking about. Local models aren't really my thing personally, just because, you know, obviously I need to use tools like Cursor and Codex, but I know that Linux really knows how to get the best usage out of them, so I would definitely recommend talking to him if you have questions. Alright, so apparently we can now go to this page. So video highlights, nice. To be expected though. Fix this error that I got on the page. Yeah, W Dan. Honestly, coming out of this, essentially that refactor that we did, I'm feeling super confident about where we're at now. Just the scalability of everything. The code base was getting, whoo! It was getting big. All right, so upload your video. I mean, I doubt this works, right? Like the odds of this working on a one shot is like very, very low. But we'll try anyway. So this is the transcript generator. I can't actually drag and drop, so I can't actually drag and drop fix this, because this tool is in like such great demand. Like the vision that I have that I would like to achieve like in November is if we can make it so that I can manage all the different platforms that I have from ViewCreator. Like if I can market ViewCreator, if I can market BridgeMind, if I can market this other stuff that's going to be coming out from ViewCreator and actually create a tool that I find useful and that I use, it's going to help a lot because I'm going to believe in it, right? And I think that you know, if I can create something that I truly believe in like a big way, then, you know, it's going to be so easy for me to sell, because and like I'm trying to get to that point where like I'm using it. Like if I can use this tool, like for example, I use this tool to generate my thumbnails, right? And because I do that, I can say like this ViewCreator is 100% one of the best tools on the market to create thumbnails, because I've used the competitors. They just genuinely are not as good. I genuinely believe that ViewCreator is one of the best tools in the market for creating thumbnails. I think that it's one of the best tools in the market and most affordable tools in the market. Hey, 5,700, let's go. Thanks whoever just subscribed, thank you. We did it, guys. That's awesome. I'm gonna hide this now so we don't get memed on, but thank you guys for all the support. But I think we're creating a truly amazing product that's only gonna get better. And I just really can't wait for us to just, wait, why is that still, that's fine. We'll just do click upload. All right, we'll do, what, this one here? No, not that one. Desktop. All right, need this. So we uploaded it. So generate highlights. I mean, the odds that this works, if this worked, I would like lose it. It's a video highlight generated. It takes 3 to 7 minutes. If this worked, I would like, I mean, it would be insane. SW, so I'm building ViewCreator. It's already live, over 500 creators on the application. Right now we're looking at some existing functionality. We've already patched a bunch of bugs today, so I just wanted to test where this is actually at for video highlights, because this is an in-demand tool. The fact that you're able to drop in a video and then get, you know, this back. We did get some warnings down here, though. see. Warfare said, yo man, love your videos. Thank you, Warfare, appreciate it. No, I talked to Chad, I'm just locked in right now. iDev said that he has the $20 plan and 100% it was not enough. Had to use Codex alongside it, and there was front end only if you want full stack. I don't know. Dan said that he bets that Dr. Opus can two-shot it. All right, I'll lower the music volume a little bit. Yeah, Dr. Opus. We're gonna have to consult Dr. Opus here. W. Dan says. All right, let me turn this down a little bit. Wait, all right, we'll just do that. All right. I mean, what is this? Is this associated with? We'll see. We'll give it some time. Okay, Linux Thing said, if you have asked about my costs, so totally honest, AI equals 0, hosting equals 0 to 20 a month at times. I'm a budget vibe coder. In my defense, at this budget, I'm still 70% coding myself. Okay, that's interesting. All right, whoa. We have like completions here. Compression successful. So it looks like it just uploaded it. All right, credits deducted. Wow, so this actually looks like it's working pretty well. So you guys can actually see the logs here. So the first thing that it did is that it compressed the video so that it could actually upload it. I mean, it probably didn't need to compress it from 71 to 1.3, right? But, oh well. Mean, how's it going? SW said, I'm also building a web app. Any tips for promoting the tool? Yeah, I mean, I think that you just have to like create content and get it online. I think that Tony is doing a great job of this right now. Like I kind of showed you guys what he's doing. He's just posting, demos of his app ticket cord on YouTube, and I'm trying to support him the best that I can just by liking, subscribing, and commenting on his videos. But that's what the community's for, right? Is it's like a lot of us are working on our own things as well. And hey, I want this to be a community where we can all, work together and support each other. And it's like, yeah, I mean, I kind of was sharing about some of the hate that I've been getting, and it is interesting, to essentially see some of that come through. And it's just interesting to see that, But yeah, if you guys are watching, haven't already liked, subscribed, or joined the Discord, make sure you do so. Hey, Linux, I'm about to send you a quick message on Discord, by the way. I have a question for you. All right, so this is still working. Let's toss this. It's saying like a bunch of validation failed, errors, and warnings. So let's just toss this into Dr. Opus here. Oh, that's going to be a ton of tokens, isn't it? Yeah, we don't want to do that. review the errors or the warnings that I was getting when I was running the video highlights tool. Why were these happening? There was like there definitely, it uploaded it correctly, so I want to add that in as well, right? It's like where did it start? There are just a ton of repeated logs that say the same thing, but this is just a portion of them. Review this in depth and identify exactly why that is happening and identify next steps to fix this. So I'm using Claude 4.1 Opus there. Definitely one of the smartest models. Yo, Mama, that's awesome. Keep going, man. That's amazing. Yo, Mama said that, he said that you inspired me to start my own small startup, making an invoice generator app for blue collar. That's amazing. Dilshan said, how did you set up this vibe coding? I have just like Claude Code, Codex. Pretty straightforward. All right, Dan said, also, if you don't already have the local ChatGPT app, Matt, I think you'd like the quick shortcut option space to open a new chat window plus app. Okay, small W. I should have the ChatGPT app. Yeah, I have it. Yeah. Probably haven't used it in a while, though. So what's the shortcut? So Dan is saying option space is a shortcut to chat. Oh, nice. Yeah, cool. All right, Dan. All right, sweet. All right, thanks, Dan. If you guys are watching, haven't already liked and subscribed, make sure you do so. And there is a Discord link in the chat. If you haven't already joined the Discord, make sure you do so. We have a Discord community with close to 500 members now. That's very engaged, so it's pretty cool. I'm actually about to drop an additional fresh Discord link for those of you that haven't already joined. Yeah, Linux, I'm taking a look at that now. Thank you. But I'll just drop a fresh link in chat. Yeah, Dan. The mobile scrolling is not working on your Bridgemind website. Mobile scrolling on Bridgemind. Let me take a look. Anybody else having that issue? Works for me. Yeah, SW, that works for me. All right, guys, I think that this is a good place for us to stop. About 3.5 hours into the stream. I want to do some other stuff, get some other stuff knocked out off stream. So I'm going to stop it here. I will be live tomorrow, most likely at the normal time, 10 a.m., maybe earlier, depending on what I end up deciding on kind of the conversation that we're having about potentially the 5 a.m. stream. But I'm going to finish this off a little bit. But guys, we're going to just keep moving forward. Thanks for tuning in today, and let's keep making progress and moving forward. And I will see you guys tomorrow. Have a good one.